Welcome to our Rolemaster Actual play session. Ain't No Place for a Hero is a campaign set in the world of Duyranaki, the continent of men. A gritty, cutthroat world where politics, sorcery, religion, and commerce are all intertwined and reign supreme. Treachery and murder both come cheap, and characters need to be both smart and ruthless to survive. We hope you enjoy our story, and, as always, may the dice roll in your favor. This is episode 161 of Ain't No Place for a Hero. The party decided to turn their attention back to the secrets of Tarak Nev, and now find themselves exploring the terrible Dead City. We rejoin our heroes, puzzling over the power of the sword, Defilers Bane, and pondering their next move.
Hello, I'm Chris, alternatively known on this channel and in this game as GM Chance. And, well, you can read the words on the screen. It's exactly my sentiments to you. Welcome to the story that we're telling today. The story we're telling is called Ain't No Place for a Hero. It is a tabletop role-playing game, and we use an old 1980s gaming system called Rolemaster for our rules. Huge party up on screen. You can see 8 faces of 8 different characters up on screen. That's pretty big for a role-playing party. We usually have 5 players to play those 8 characters. We're actually 2 players down today. Both our friends Graham and Giles can't be with us today. So the remainder of the team is going to do their level best to cover other characters and play where possible. So I think anybody that follows the channel knows pretty much exactly what I'm going to say next. It's a sincere thank you for all of the supporters, the kind people online that give us ideas, support, encouragement, interest in the rules, guidance, suggestions, whatever you like. It really is appreciated. Keep it coming. We're nearly up to 400 subscribers, which is great. So hello, a warm welcome, particularly to all of our subscribers. And we'd encourage you, if you aren't subscribed and you're enjoying what we do and you like our stories, you like us as people, you find the tales that we tell interesting, and us as human beings, because ultimately we've got to be invested in the people that play these games, we'd love 2 seconds, not even that, a second of your time down below to click that button and subscribe. It really is appreciated. Thank you. What we'd say to others that have subscribed and you're enjoying it, tell your friends. Maybe you used to play Rolemaster back in the day. Maybe you still do. Perhaps that group you used to play with or that you still do play with could get some interest or value out of our stories. Maybe some ideas for your particular games master or perhaps players or whatever. Maybe we play a particular rule which is slightly different to the way that you play. Whatever it is, please share our videos. Okay, so we usually play online. We have different people dotted around New Zealand as players and as me as the storyteller. And we usually use screens to get together, either weekly or fortnightly, and tell our stories. However, once a year, we get together, and we get together in person. It's an opportunity to actually hang out with the people that we play with, people we like, to actually see them in person and roll real dice. And we are on to session 4 of 4 sessions that we have played this weekend, November in 2025, here in beautiful Auckland. It's Sunday afternoon. It's the long crawl to the finish line, some may say. We are full of leftover pizza from all the bad greasy food that we got yesterday for lunch, and Here we go. This is the team.
Hey!
Here they are. Here they are in person. As mentioned, our friend Graham, who was with us here for this morning, has departed, and Giles wasn't able to join us this weekend. So we are down to 3 people playing, and we're going to go around each one of the 3 to hear who they're playing for this session today. And we'll start with Aiden.
Hello, I'm Aiden, and I'm playing two characters, one whole character and 2 halves, I guess. I'm playing Bray, Rough-Wind. He is a
I've created a monster
Beastmaster.
with that, haven't I?
You have. I can't not think of it anymore. I don't know who I am. He's a Beastmaster and a half-elf, and very good at clobbering things with his axe. And I'm playing Demos, who's just in a coma, floating. Well, not floating, but hopefully soon floating. I'm helping to play one of Graham's characters called Etienne Gilderflower, who is he's a paladin, very beautiful knight who has a lot of righteous drive
and indignation.
Yes, loves Aphrodite. And also helping to play Giles' character, Tarquin, who is a sleuth.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Alex. I'm going to play maybe 2.5 characters. I have my own character, Keros, who is a human. She's a Northwoman, and she is a very powerful weather mage with her trusty companion, Victory the cat. I'm going to attempt to keep Etienne Gilderflower alive, together with Aiden, which is Graham's character, and as Aiden said, a very self-righteous or righteous, beautifully verbose, beautiful paladin who we enjoy hanging out with. And I'm also going to try and keep Giles's character, Tarquin, alive, who, as Aiden said, is the dark, mysterious sleuth half-elf who, is quite, I would say, sort of introverted and quite. There's a lot of still waters, I think, there. So we'll just try and keep those characters alive. Handsome and brooding.
Excellent.
Thanks very much.
Kia ora, I'm Pete, and I'll be playing Leif today, who's a half-elf warrior mage. Unfortunately, he's in the same situation as Demos, so he's unconscious. I'll be playing Mithan, who's the ranger and an archer in the party. She's a Northwoman. She's surly. And I'll also be playing one of Graham's characters, which is Neathanal, who is a magent, which means she's got magic and sneakiness.
Perfect. There we go. Thank you very much, team. And particularly thank you to the 3 players that have remained today. It's late in the day. We're full of pizza. Your brains get a bit full running your own characters, and when you're picking up other people's characters to play, your brains can get particularly even fuller. So thank you for stepping in and helping out the team. So you've heard a brief intro about each one of the characters, and now I've changed the screen. You can see the image I had before of all of the characters up on screen, but in the image you can see now, they're named. So those are the 8 characters in play, or somewhat in play, depending on their state of consciousness in this particular session. Both this morning, Sunday, and also yesterday morning, we recorded some character kind of deep dives, some character introductions, a bit more about the characters, their likes, their dislikes, all kinds of things. And we are going to cut to one of those. I don't know which one it is because I haven't decided yet, because I haven't done the edit. We're going to cut to one of those right now.
Kia ora, my name's Pete, and I'll be answering questions about Mithan. So here's the first question is, how does your character feel about the nature of good and evil in the world? She feels that good and evil is for thinking beings, so creatures with self-awareness, humans, the higher thinking races. Usually. There might be other dimensions where there are purely evil creatures, maybe. But but she feels that in the natural world, sort of good and evil does not apply to animals. It doesn't apply to, they just are what they are, and it's actually humans that turn things into good and evil. So that sort of aligns with her dislike of humanity, really. She feels that there's purity in nature. And the second question is, how does your character feel about the role of chance in their success or failure? This is really interesting. So she does have, so she see chance as sort of being partly gods and things, as their destiny, all that sort of a thing. She sees chance as absolutely part of her life and understands that, of course, there is chance. She does know that there are gods. She doesn't particularly worship the god that she's aligned with, because she's a channeling user. She does get power from this goddess, but the goddess hasn't done anything to her to prove her worth to Mithan. So she doesn't see any point in worshipping her, so to say. She does worship nature. She does appreciate the natural world, and I hope that in that way, that's her worship of this goddess, because it's a sort of natural. That's the huntress goddess. But particularly on this quest, when we have been told by gods, I think several characters have been told by their divinity that they are having difficulty communicating with our party because of probably this interference from the bad side, the divine sides that are trying to stop us. Mithan hasn't seen any difference in her luck at all. So to her, that proves that actually the gods don't interfere in her life and make her more or less lucky. They might for other people, but not for her, because she's no more lucky now than she was when the gods were able to. And I think we've got some questions from Alex.
Yes. 3 very important, deep questions for Mithan.
Yep.
Okay. What is her favourite tree?
Ooh,
Tough.
it is tough. It's going to be a temperate forest tree, because that's where she's from, in the North Sea, where she grew up. I would say big tree. Wellingtonia is the name of it, and it's one of those. It's related to the sequoia, but it's the big ones. They're much thicker, and they've got really spongy bark. But it's the ones that you have huge forests of, where they're just sort of the giants' forests.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great answer. Number 2. Has anyone in the party proven worthy for Mithan to sacrifice herself for?
No pressure. Of course, all of the party would. In the heat of the moment, yes, all of the party have. So she would take risks, and she would go and try and save that person and pull them out of the fire or whatever, risking her life, absolutely. And that's the sort of madness of our group of our party, I think. But for whatever reason, it's like there's other things influencing our decisions when it comes to our behaviour to do with the party. But in a cold and rational way, if she was given a choice to do that, I think the original party members, she has moved into that. So for Leif and Kiros and M.E.R.P, yes, and Victory. But I mean, as I say, in her actions, in the heat of the moment, she would.
Nice one. Right, number 3. It's a would you rather.
Yeah.
Would Mithan rather live in a world without nature, including critters, the whole system, or she can live in a world where she can only tell the truth, share, and connect with humans?
Sorry, what do you mean? So that she would have to share and connect with
She
humans?
can't live isolated.
No, she has to have nature. So she would choose to live in the world with nature, but also having to be making human connections. And she started to do that.
Yes.
She would choose to live in the world with nature, where she has to sort of develop human connections. And being honest is never a problem for her.
Well, that is true. That is true.
Telling the truth is not. Yeah, she tells the truth.
Yeah, very good point. Thank you.
Thanks. Good questions. And that's it from Nathan.
There we go. Hope you enjoyed that. We had a lot of fun recording these, and if you listen closely, you might be able to hear me chortle and snort just off camera, because I was, in a number of the recordings, I was trying very hard not to laugh. So we're quite amusing. Some great questions, some really well thought out questions, both to ask and also to answer. We try in this game to try to make the characters on screen more than just a single dimension. Hey, I hit something with my sword. We try to give them a bit more depth, a bit more character to our characters. And part of the questions and the answers that we do is to provide them a bit more insight. Okay, in a second or so, we are going to go to our scribe, Pete, who keeps meticulous notes, and Pete is going to provide a very quick update on our previous session. Our previous session was, of course, in real time, in our time, an hour or so ago. But before we do, actually I'll cut back to this shot of all the characters. I'll just quickly run through the status of how our characters are feeling. Gray is actually in generally good shape. He's got 123 hits out of his normal 125. But unfortunately, his right arm is cold and dead and lifeless. Even in Gray's mind, he doesn't think he has a right arm. Leif is on 108 hits out of his normal 147. He also has a damaged leg. Not that he knows this, because he is completely out to it. Penalty of -10, by the way, for Leif. Leif's heart is not beating, but he is breathing, which is just odd. Keros is uninjured. She is on 40, I'll rephrase that. Keros hasn't received any recent injuries. She's on 41 hit points. She does, unfortunately, however, have a number of injuries that date back to when she was revived after tragically being slain many episodes ago now, some number of weeks back in game time. Keros was revived, but not all of her faculties came back. She's slow, she only moves at 37 feet around when she's walking. Critically, she's pain intolerant. If she gets any kind of a loss of hit points, there's a chance, not a big chance, but a chance she may pass out. She has a stutter, so it's hard to understand when she speaks. A communications role may have to be made in a crisis situation. But critically, she has a damaged left arm, so she only has one arm that she can use to good effect. Neathanel, one of Graham's characters, is on 93 hits out of her normal 100 hits. She is at -15 from a very unpleasant trap that she came across a while ago, so she's recovering from that injury. Mithan, Pete's character, is on 179 hits out of her normal 164. Let's try it again. Is on 164 hits out of her normal 179. Mithan had an incident trying to recover some jewellery recently and managed to put herself at -25 due to a real pain in her leg, I think it is. Demos is on 56 hits out of his normal 132. Demos is like Leif, breathing, but his heart's not beating, and he has been in that state for some days now. Etienne Gilderflower is missing a hand, and he has a shield screwed into where his left wrist would be, so he perpetually has a shield on his left hand. He's on 130 hits out of his normal 136. And lastly, Tarquin, Giles' character, is on 58 hits out of his normal 59 hits. He's at -30, unfortunately, due to surgeries he sustained yesterday in game, fighting some horrible ghost-like thing. A bit beaten up, a bit lacking in hits for some. That's the status of characters. Does anybody have any questions on that before we turn to Pete? No, yawns. Good. Give me some energy, guys. Okay, Pete, can we hand over to you, please, to provide us an update of what happened last time being an hour and a bit ago.
Sure thing. Thank you. So I'm here at this camera here, the physical map. And, so we started last session. We had killed the baddies, and we'd just sort of gotten some hints about perhaps how we were to, or Neathanel, more to the point, in the sort of the sword room, which is what we're calling it. We've just got this magnetic trap here, the one that Neathanel discovered, and there was the sword that we're after here, floating on this heart-shaped piece of rock, and wreathed in flames. And we had just previously, as Neathanel approached these three sort of raised stepping stones, it triggered flames to erupt on the floor, just in this area here, and a voice to come from the statue of the goddess, we believe, is at the very back of the room here. And we've just sort of deciphered that and sort of got these instructions about being strong and brave and true. So at the beginning of the next session, we'd sort of done a bit of planning. We sort of gathered other people. Mathan was out in the hallway with these magical earbuds, which have got metal on them, so they couldn't enter the room, listening to any translations, any instructions that further came through here. Kiros was inside the room as backup in case something bad happened to Neathanel, who was going to attempt to cross the three stepping stones to retrieve the sword. We'd come up with a phrase that by Mathan translating, that we decided that because the rock was heart-shaped, that's something that applies, the being strong and brave and true of heart is so we decided we'd have a phrase translated by Mathan into this Nuriti language to reply to their demand that we only proceeded with those three things. So Neathanel rehearsed saying it as she went on to the first stepping stone, the second and the third, and then finally onto here. But as she went onto the first stepping stone, she seemed to avoid, and more sort of dialogue came from the statue or from in the room, and she seemed to flicker. Then from the perspective of the rest of us, or Kiros, who's the one watching, I suppose, she sort of then sort of stopped flickering, and she was like, "I'm fine, I'm back now," or no, whatever. So something happened that didn't sound very nice, but she was okay. She proceeded to the next one. Nothing happened. Next one, and eventually got to the heart-shaped rock. As she moved on to there was, I think at that point, was it at that point when the tendrils came out before she took it? Yes, it was. Mm. Yes, there was a voice saying to her saying to all of us, we could all hear it, I believe. Yes, saying that she could take the sword, so she had passed these three trials. She could take the sword, and that she was to serve the goddess, or this Nuriti goddess, or whoever. And at that point, the rest of the party, except Tarquin, who's the newest to the party, is how we figure it. These tendrils of black smoke or mist or whatever sort of burst from our mouths. We sort of went into trances. Some of us did, and saw visions, and sort of had religious experiences, basically. Which were a variety of reactions to those. Was quite overwhelming for everyone. Yeah. Once that sort of had passed, Neathanel was able to pick up the sword and move back along the stepping stones, and through a bit of mathsing it, was able to teleport itself back into the hallway. And so we all went back and compared notes on our visions. And basically the upshot was for those who had visions from various gods or goddesses, something bad is coming. We are sort of going to have to be the ones to stand and make the difference, and be the ones that are counted on to stop what bad is coming, what's coming. And also there was a warning that where we were now, the gods we got a message from didn't like these old gods who live in this city for some reason, felt that they were foul and bad and sort of corrupted things or whatever. So we got a warning to be very careful about how we operate in the city. I think we've been as careful as we could already anyway. It's the city of the dead. I think, I think that's pretty much where we're up to. Need to talk about that. Yep. So we were then coming up with a plan. We decided that perhaps we'd do a pause here because there might be some baddies attracted to this noise, the instructions from this room. Could have been heard outside perhaps. So we wanted to let things quiet down. So we took the opportunity to do some attunement on the Defilers Bane, the sword that Nathan had just recovered, and found it was an extremely powerful item, and that it works with Bane Tooth, which is the dagger that Keros has been carrying for quite a while. I think that we also cast light spells on. Keros cast light spells on people, and I think that's what we're up to.
Spot on, yeah, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Anything nice one done, Pete? Anything missed? Any qualifications? Any questions people had from last session, an hour and a bit ago, that we need to go over?
No, just
Okay, very good.
So we've waited for 1 hour whilst tuning.
Probably a little bit longer, an hour and a half, I'd call it. Okay, if we're ready to go, let's start again. So yes, indeed, this is where you find yourselves yet again in this these foul tunnels beneath this corrupted temple. Exactly as described. Thanks, Pete. I'll pop the microphone away. Thank you. Exactly as described, you have Keros has pretty much literally just attuned to Defilers Bane, this very impressive broadsword for which you've been seeking. What do your characters do?
bit of marveling in it, and then
Mithan will offer. If the group consensus was Mithan might be the person to carry it, she will strap it to her back or whatever. I think she's got encumbrance to do that.
Okay. Yep.
Does she need to attune it at all?
She will, but not right now. I think.
Yeah.
We do the PowerPoint
So
spell.
I think.
Is that what we said?
So I guess by group discussion, I think we propose that perhaps we are sort of safe-ish here.
Yeah.
We might do a rest here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got the demon powder across the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Which makes us feel somewhat safer. Don't know.
Yeah.
But then, I think by consensus discussion, I thought that one of our priorities is to try and get Neathanol's equipment off the magnet.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So a
let's do that.
suggestion would be
Yes.
if Keros was okay to take off her metal,
Yeah.
and with other people without metal go in to support her in case things go wrong, for her to try and attune the back of the magnet device.
Okay.
That would be a first suggestion, I think.
Yeah.
If she's happy
Do
to.
like that. Yeah.
Okay. When you say rest here, that's full rest or again PowerPoints and okay. All right.
That's sort of the intention.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
might be changed depending on if we get the items back straight away. We might decide to.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that was the idea. We just leave.
Okay. I see.
Just a couple of things to do
Yeah.
before you decide to stay.
Just coming. All right. Okay. So let's go around each character. Why don't we go around and give me a kind of an idea of the next. So you're spending the night here. Talk me through the characters that each one of you are playing. What their plan is over the next over the time that they're here. Anyway, what do you want to do?
I mean, Gray is just probably going to help get things organised. So he'll organise all the bags so that we're ready to go when we need to.
Yep.
And he'll be ready to start the night's watch while people sleep.
Okay.
Demos is going to continue being Demos. Etienne, I think, would I think he'd probably just help with guarding at the moment. I don't think he would probably go into the room to take all his metal off and then put it all back on. I think he would just probably.
He also has metal on his.
Oh yeah, he definitely can't go there.
He would be staying there for a while.
Yes.
Unless he didn't want his leg up.
Yes. So he's just going to help with watches, and then Tarquin I think would probably also just be keen to just be general percepting constantly, but not really doing a whole lot because he's
Okay.
a little worse for wear at the moment.
He is. He's at -30.
Mm.
Yep. Okay. Great. Moving on to Keros and the other characters you're playing.
So she needs to go and see if she can attune that magnet, the rod. We'll find the
Okay.
rod.
Yep.
She also potentially wants to help Gray with a
Attunement.
attunement for the
Power.
the ring. Yes, power point modifier.
Yep.
There might be potential for the dagger. We'll just see. Maybe not. But it would be on the list if we could. Definitely wants to rest as well. Get the full rest for the power points. And
That was the rod though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's quite a lot in there. In terms of roles, what's her? In terms of making rolls, what's her priority?
The rod, magnet, where all the stuff where all the Athos things are,
Okay, sure.
first and foremost.
All right.
With no metal on.
With no
Yeah.
metal on, obviously.
Sure.
And I agree with Tarquin and Etienne as well. Tarquin's probably, he's had some life force sucked out, he's probably brooding on that and trying
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
to help healing.
he's feeling better though, isn't he?
Is it?
I thought he was from that rotting.
Of the rotting.
Oh yes. No.
We went from
that's
-50 to -30,
So
I think.
he's unfortunately in that fight with those creatures that came down the side. He got really badly scratched on the arm.
Yeah.
But he is no longer feeling nauseous.
From
Correct.
the walking meat.
Because he threw up the walking meat.
It's the walking mate.
I just see this.
Oh, it'll let him.
That's pretty vile. Okay, and your characters, please.
Life's unconscious.
Yes.
Mythan is keen to. I think we left a lantern down here previously. It was Mythan at Lake's lantern. She'd like to. It was in the corner of the.
Yep.
She'd like to ignite that because no point in spending power points on light spells.
Yep.
Of course, we'll need a light spell cast because if Keros is willing to go back into the magnet room.
Yep.
Perhaps because I think those are running out. I think after the attunement we've lost about close to. So
Yeah, it was 100 minutes, and then like we spent an hour on the attunement.
An hour and a half on the achievement. Yep.
So if Keros can do a couple more lights, two more light spells, one on her, one on the ethanol, maybe. So Mythan want to get lanterns lit, hers and Leif's for the people who are in our room,
Yep.
priest room, 4 people on watch. Perhaps put a lantern up the hallway, on the stairs maybe, so we can see if someone's coming down. And perhaps if other people have got torches or lanterns, have those ready to light at a moment's notice.
Yeah, maybe actually Tarquin might cast night vision as well, so they can see in the dark.
Okay. Can we have a roll for that, please?
Sure.
Prep.
Yep.
Wavy.
Yep.
71.
71. Okay, that is successful.
Cool. And Mythan and Neathanol intend to accompany Keros into the
Okay. Okay.
while she starts her attunement, and they might go in and out during it.
Right.
It's taking an hour, but
Okay. GM, would you mind just? There we go. GM just needs to read something quickly.
staying here might be not
What we need to say is let's end it there and wait till we have our full party.
Right. Okay.
Can I say
Excellent. Yes.
during this we would want to we've got the bodies of the priests
Yes.
in clear sight.
Got
Dead up the hallway
And I
that's
think you'd
Just
Yeah,
medium vision.
shots
Yep.
and stuff, and we're keeping that's part of the watch. Is to make sure they're not really asleep.
great. Got it. Thank you. And thank you for bearing with me. The GM was just reading something on off to the side. Great. So, talk me through any characters that are doing any roles or anything in particular.
So I will need to cast 2 light spells, please.
Give me rockets.
Yeah.
Only fails on 1 or a 2.
Yeah, man. 80. That's not something.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yep, no, that's fine.
We do, by the way, we do roll. You could argue that it's not worth rolling for such things, but you always have the chance of screwing it up, and they could have a material impact on the game. So that's why. Okay, 2 light spells successfully cast on whatever you chose. Next.
Obviously wearing no armor, we need to go down to the room with the rod and the magnet, and I am going to do my full attunement to see if there's a way that I can attune with the rod behind.
Yes. Yeah.
I guess would Neathnal go on first and then slowly Keros? Maybe?
Yep, sure.
Just to.
Just tell me a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah. And just.
I think that it would be if it's
So the room knows.
Doesn't matter who it is. Yep.
so Neathnal and Kiros
Oh,
going
yeah,
in
she's already been
behind
there.
here. Neathnal leading the way in just to be careful,
Yes.
and Nathan at the door,
Yes.
holding the watching.
Yep.
Maybe Neathnal's off to the side. I mean, it will take an hour.
Yep.
But so initially, that's the initial setup, if that's all right.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So another hour to do this, and you've got how many people back here together? Gray and Tarquin
Tarquin.
and
Etienne.
Etienne.
Etienne. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Great.
So
Cool.
Yeah.
No one's by themselves.
no one's
No
by
one's
themselves.
Just wanted. Just wanted.
Just hoping.
Can we just say we intend for no one to be by themselves?
Really?
No.
Make it a bit more interesting.
Even bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
All gonna go together.
Okay, so you wait an hour, Kiros, is that right?
Yeah.
This is a pretty unnerving room to kind of hang out and wait.
But I'm very respectful in the room, and I want to honour the room and the space. And
Yeah.
also, I think being with Neathnal, where
She's been
She's feeling quite religious as
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
and with
You don't get warm feelings from this room.
okay.
What about the cute heart?
It's
It's very sweet.
And also from the visions, like we're so motivated now, like we're
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I feel like there's a good energy.
Yeah.
We've got endorsement from God.
Yeah.
sure. Your gods.
Yeah.
Where are you now?
So
Yeah, hearts.
The
Heart
heart.
road.
The heart
Okay.
of the minority.
Okay, you wait an hour. So you are basically sitting in there, Keros, looking over this item with both Overwatch from both Neathnal and
with that.
Nathan. There's this figure at the end that just seems to be watching you as you do this. As well, it's quite interesting. But an hour passes. You may continue to attune if you wish, or you can cast if you wish, or you can attempt.
I'll cast. Obviously, I'm very focused.
Sorry,
and-
attune.
attune.
Yep.
And I will make as much fuss and pomp and ceremony. Does that matter?
It doesn't
Attunement?
in this
Okay.
smoke. Attuning is just trying to get your head around how to use the item.
Okay.
Give
And
me
you know what I'm attuning, right?
the rod. Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to be able to know about if there's another rod, if there's a magnet, I want to know all
Sure.
of that
If there's a way
stuff.
around it.
Yeah.
Sure. Give me a rod. Nice.
No, no. No, no.
Suggest you don't screw up. What was that?
6.
Yeah, remember it's masked.
Yeah.
Okay. What is her skill?
Was it 100? Just let me check that. What's it called? Gosh. Oh, 103, so sorry.
103. Hey, it could make all the difference.
Absolutely.
Okay. Keros, some information coming into yours and i.e. Leif's chat. And Pete, if you would just avoid looking at this channel, and then I will remove anything related to Keros and put it in Keros's channel. This is going to just take me a second or so to write it up, Keros. So Give me.
To be fair, the only thing in there I put into the actually
No.
the story.
Yeah, no. It's her special talent knife.
Yes.
And that's want some Australia?
No, thank you. It's nice though, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do?
Oh, it's just a hand thing.
Why not?
Dry skin.
I always get really dry. I'm like, forced through.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Wolverine.
Oh,
But not-
does he use moisturizer? You know?
What's that?
Does he use moisturizer?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hugh.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. Thank you. Nice and velvety.
But also like the welder, you know, the green. It's German, WELDA skin food. That do a nice green welder.
I just do what I'm told. We used to do to so it's quite on it.
Oh.
We see the face.
Yeah, the face one's nice.
I like the ASOP one, but I can't afford it.
Oh, it's so expensive.
What smells so nice?
What's it called?
ASOP.
It's in Assault Stable or something.
Yeah, Greek. It's very fancy, but it's like just crazy.
Do you have dry skin? Quite really dry skin.
Yeah, sometimes they do, yeah. But the girls at work use it and they smell
Oh.
nice. Like oranges.
Like orange.
Like orange.
Like
But like
nice.
citrus.
Like nice oranges.
Mm.
Yeah, it smells very, very good. Was it a bit white? It's like
Oh, really?
smeared it on. Dry skin.
Well, but I could find it during through the dry skin in like the season change.
Not so bad anymore.
It was very smoky.
Yeah.
I'll get to be right.
Now the whole internet knows about skincare for the dry
Yes.
parts of the
You're
New-
welcome.
New Zealand winter season.
This.
Product placement, welder, skincare, skin food, green tube, chemist warehouse.
Love Chris Warehouse. Such a good place.
So good.
Okay.
Okay, focus.
Coming into Leif's channel for Heroes. Now. Slightly sorry.
Oh no, I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, I would want to share this with my team.
What do you say?
So I'm feeling it's a red rod, and I'm feeling very negative, and the force is very negative, and it's absolutely drawing metal. If we were to bring two rods close together, so it's missing partner, I'm feeling that if we brought the missing rods together, this rod would do things in inverted commas, and one of these things is to create some kind of gate, but I don't exactly know, and to truly attune to this I'd need its twin rod.
Ooh, what if that game would take us somewhere better? Or somewhere worse?
I think that's the thing. The idea was to
Down, go upstairs.
well, at some point go upstairs.
But negative force, so this rod is giving me a very negative force.
Yeah.
Negative bad or negative missing?
Would you need both rods at the same time to do it, or could you attune the one and wherever it is separately?
I feel that so the red rod emits a negative force, so I've read that as bad,
Positive, some negative maybe?
but it could be
Yeah.
it's missing its partner.
Yeah.
So
With me, I'm not here.
Drawing metals to itself. If the rods are brought, close to each other, and
Yeah, this type of me.
so
Cool.
Okay. So should we search? Well, should we base and then
I'll
search?
read.
just can you just clarify that little bit there?
Yeah.
Because it says if the rods are brought close to each other.
Yeah.
I just need the next bit. do things. One of the things would be to create some kind of gate, but it could be to create like hell on earth. Who knows? Oh, if we all die, it's done. I mean,
imagine if we made a gate out.
Yeah,
I don't see why it would.
Where would it logically take you? Like, where would the people who had this temple want to go?
McDonald's.
This red rod emits a negative force drawing metals to itself. You sense it's missing a partner. You get the strong sense that finding the partner of this rod will do things. And one of these things is to create some kind of gate, but what exactly it is you don't know. To truly attune, you would need to find its twin.
Okay, cool. Let's go rest. Do you think we would attune that ring now, or do you think?
I reckon have a go at tuning the ring now.
Yeah, then
And
if
then
it's
I think once, when Kiros tunes it, we get a sense of the amount of time it would take for her to teach grey,
yeah,
and that tells us if we just sort of not pursue that right now.
yeah, great.
Yeah.
If it's an hour or two, perhaps we take that time, so the grey's got increase power points.
Yeah.
If it's 7 hours,
Yeah.
well, if it's 7 hours, no, it's got to be 7 hours of activity of teaching, doesn't it?
Full activity.
Yeah. So.
Let's go and
But it's to teach. It's
1d8.
so depends if the teacher is the person who's teaching. I'm assuming it's going to be Kiros. If she rolls a success on the attunement, it's a 1d8. If the teacher to attune to the item, the ring, is it a ring?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
If Kiros rolls an absolute success, it only takes 1d4 hours.
Cool.
So you no pressure, but you want a really good roll to attune this.
Well, it's whatever the result is, we just need
Yeah.
a decision based on that.
So
Yeah.
Kiros needs to attune it first and then
Fine,
teach
anyway.
grey, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
So you wait another hour. Where do you do your waiting, by the way?
Probably all back together in that space. Together.
Okay, together?
Forever.
Okay. Together forever?
Yeah.
Okay, you're back there, you need to move the characters. Yep, got it.
You want me to?
No need to
Don't
move
need
the
to.
characters. Okay, you move back, you wait another hour, and you wait another hour, and Kiros, you attune? You attempt to attune?
Yeah.
Now, there is a penalty for attuning if a -10 if you don't know what the spell or ability is. You do, in this case. Also, you get a -30 if the realm of the spell is different from the caster. This is an essence ring, is that right?
Correct.
Kiros is essence, so you don't get the -30.
Oh, great.
So you get a plus. You get a plus 20 for this. It's a power point multiplier, is that right?
×2 multiplier.
Times 2 multiplier. Okay, cool. You get a plus 20 to this roll, Kiros.
Plus, oh no, that doesn't matter.
No.
Now.
Yeah.
47
47, it's masked.
plus 103.
That's interesting. Can you roll again, please?
Oh.
It's closed his eyes. I don't like it. There's a high pitched noise coming from the corner. Oops. Sorry, that doesn't count.
I suppose that's
Thank you.
just tell us what we're doing now.
Now.
Oh yeah.
No.
95.
Oh.
Shame.
Okay. All right, and plus what do you get? Plus 20, and then you get plus
103.
3. Not that you're showing off or anything.
It's just a fact. And feelings aren't fact.
So, I mean, Keros, you rolled a 3.
Oh.
But you also rolled a 22 down, and also you're really good at this. So even with a diabolical roll, one diabolical roll then followed by a -22, you gain some of the information on the top. Reading rooms. You almost had it. You learn how many spells and abilities it contains and what they are.
Okay.
If you wait 24 hours, and you meditate about your attempt for 2 hours, no other activity, you may try again with an extra plus 10 bonus, or you can try again as you wish with no bonus.
After 24 hours?
No?
I'll just give
anytime.
another go now.
Yeah.
I'll just give another go now.
Yeah, why not?
Yep. Now.
Yeah.
34.
Okay.
No, I don't want to knock you off.
20 plus 103.
That's it.
Okay. Mid-range?
Mid-range.
Mid-range.
Who knows?
No, I look the face.
So close. You needed a 176 to get a absolute success. You got 170.
Is that like a partial success?
Oh no, it's a success.
Oh, okay.
It's a success. So Keros, you gain all the information that is about this item. You learn how many. You learn whatever. Sorry, you learn all the abilities about this item. So you learn that you already knew it was a multiplier. Now, if you wish to, you can try to teach somebody, i.e., Grey, plus 75 to this roll, but the time it takes is going to be dependent, and I'm going to ask you to roll a masked 1d8. I know how many hours it is, but you guys don't, because that makes it slightly more realistic.
Roll.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
It's
So
as if we don't, we just someone to do it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So we can.
So just roll a 1d10.
Oh, D10.
Yeah. So, sorry, no, 1d8. What am I saying?
Oh,
1d8.
D8. Is that that one? Yeah. Meow. Oh, meow.
Meow meow.
Meow.
Oh, that's very good.
Ready?
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah.
2.
2.
No?
It's
Masked.
okay.
Could be 1.
Okay. Keros, you start teaching demos.
Great.
Great, sorry.
Okay.
So you came here mid-afternoon. You're wanting to spend 24 hours here, yes, a day. In other words, a day of rest.
Yeah.
Yep. By my counts, just thinking this through, you woke up in we're calling it the tavern. You travelled here in half an hour's time or thereabouts. You probably got in here, you did all this. Probably by the time you've done the attunement, you've dealt with and you've waited several hours actually. It's probably early afternoon, if there is such a thing as an afternoon here. By late in that day, so well and truly after sunset, what are you doing in terms of light, by the way?
With the lantern, yeah.
Okay. Late in the day, about 6 hours later, great, you can make a roll with plus 75 to see if you can figure out what this is.
Okay, and that's just a normal roll?
Do you have, normal roll, and then, so it's a normal roll. You are unaffected by realms because you can cast across any spell realm, so you don't get the negative 30.
Great.
You also know what this ability is because everybody's told you and you know what it's about, so you get plus 20 for that,
Cool.
as well as the 75 that Keros gives you and your attunement skill.
Great, which is 25, I think.
Okay, give me a roll.
68.
It's masked.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could be really good, it could be really bad, or it could be about the middle. 68.
Yes. So I'll just double check this attunement.
Okay, plus 75 from Keros's good assistance, plus 20, plus what is your attunement, please?
Attunement is on its way. It is plus 27.
Plus 27.
It's gone up.
Has gone up.
Slightly. Should have gone up more. If I was smart.
Okay, you ready?
Yay! Sorry, Leif. I'll give it back. Does it work if we put someone as dead figure, or is like does he have to?
You find you don't have a right hand,
Oh yeah, he doesn't even.
so it has to be someone
Can
else.
someone put it on for me?
Yeah. Someone has to put it on for you.
Yeah.
You're
we can
beloved.
put it
You're
as
beloved.
Yeah. Oh.
With this wearing ID wig. Okay, so that's late in the day. What are you doing for any other time?
I think resting.
Okay.
But with people on watch.
Okay, cool. I'm going to give. Call it 12 hours. Call it 24 hours rest. So, Gray, you're on 4 hits.
Cool.
1, 2, 5. You only had a couple of hours to go. Leif, what did I say? I say 15, didn't I? Oh no, 8. Yes, I did. 15 hours rest. Leif, you're on 1, 2, 3. Did we roll how long that injury of Leif's was going to last for? We didn't.
No.
Let's do that in a second. Keros, you're on 4 hits anyway. Neathanol is now on 4 hits. On 100. And Mithan. 164 plus 15 is 149. Demos is on 73. Etienne is now on 4 hits. 1, 3, 6. And Tarquin is also on 4 hits. 1, 9. Cool.
How's his arm after sleeping a bit?
Yeah, great question. Great question. So let me just, before we do that, let's find out Leif's injuries. Now, just 1 second, please, Pete. We'll just get this up. For healing, it is that kind of injury. You are a half elf.
Correct.
Can you remember off the top of your head?
I do have that.
Yeah, great. If you find that out, that'd be great. Give me a roll while you
He's
do
half elf D. Northman high elf.
Okay, great. Do you have?
Oh no, I don't have. Sorry, I don't have that. I'll look.
Okay, yeah, great. The book's right there if you need it. Use the book. And give me a roll, please.
Roll is 56.
6. This is obviously masked because you don't know how long it's going to take. 56. And what's your constitution, top of your head?
40.
Plus 40. Bloody hell.
That's why he goes running, because
Yeah,
it's
that's
one of the
yeah,
few
sure.
skills that uses constitution.
Sure. Yeah, wow.
40,
Okay.
44. No, 40 would do. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was good. Okay.
Not that one. Not that. Go D.
Recovery time is.
Rick X, right?
Yes.
0.7.
So he heals faster than a human. A human is 1, typically, and an elf is times 2 or 3.
He ought to heal slower than a human, wouldn't he?
You would have thought so, but actually I think. Let's see, gosh. we go. Rec time. Yeah. No, it's actually better.
Okay.
Yeah. So a common human heals at times 1, so that's the base rate.
Yeah.
High health heals at times 2.
Yeah, so because it's half health. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
So 0.7. Left by the next day, not that you know this, but by the next day, you're 10% injury.
Okay. So that's the only thing that happened from the thing falling on.
That's not bad.
Oh, dude, I feel better.
Apart from, I think. So weird looking at those Rolemaster companions in book 4.
Yes. The real one.
Is he still unconscious?
I'd say so.
Yeah, great. I mean, Demos has been unconscious for days.
I'm hoping when we leave the city, but who knows?
Okay. So. All right. Neathel's injury gets better by 2, so she's on negative 13. Mithan's injury was at negative 25, and it's now down to half that amount.
What?
Yeah.
She's got a high
Wow.
constitution too, right?
Negative 12, or thereabouts, negative 12. And Tarquin as well is feeling a bit better.
See, minus 32.
Oh, that's a relief. That's a relief.
Nice.
Well, once he's back, I'll be able to use that, right?
Yeah.
Life.
What a relief.
Hilarious.
Just putting it out there.
We're just so
Yeah,
funny.
just so fussy.
Well, you know, our reality TV show.
Well, this is it. The cameras are on.
This is it. And also that new one Monday, that's actually my quote, but I need to explain the context.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, not on
Fair enough.
camera.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering why.
Tarquin's penalty goes down to 28.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
That's as you sleep overnight. So your hit points all go up, your power points are all recovered. You sleep the night in this really creepy, evil place. Like it just feels wrong. You are disturbed during the evening. You hear whoever's on watch. You hear scraping and snarling out by the trapdoor entrance. And that goes on for a number of an hour or so, several hours. And then eventually sniffing. And that ceases. You were all on watch. You're all ready. Weapons, spells. Really, Keros's hand was kind of flapping, ready to go. Gray's out with his axe and his offhands and all the rest of you. Good to go.
It's brain.
It is ring. Yeah. Take that. But other than that, you were unmolested that evening. But there was 100%. There was not any kind of imagined hearing stuff. There was definitely something horrible outside this tunnel. Sounded like it tried to come in several times.
Good call.
And didn't. You wake the next day with your hit points healed as mentioned. Everybody on a fresh set of power points. Those injuries, as mentioned, decreased. And Demos works.
Yes!
Hey.
Yes!
That's a relief.
Does he remember anything? Does he remember his dreams?
I was just trying to type some stuff. and coming into your channel in a second.
Just so please.
Oh, do you want a high five? Do you want a high five? Oh, we can't reach for 2 feet.
That just makes things one less body to carry.
Yes.
One more
Thanks,
person
Arthur.
to do their things. He's still got a
Still on us?
he's still got a dead arm, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
let's
so.
check. No, he doesn't.
Imagine.
Because the other guys went lost. Well, no, we found went lost the
She went down.
negative. And check me, the arm is a negative, isn't it?
No, I think the arm was because there was that freaking big demon thing out. You know when the house collapsed?
That's a negative.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, it's negative now.
And everyone else is negative. Yes. it
By
was.
that logic?
It wasn't.
Shit, fine.
Maybe it's better than before.
Might have grown and you are.
Like another arm out of your arm.
Yeah, and it's demon resistant.
Oh my god.
Fantastic. And it can use.
And it can point us to where the rod is.
Scratch.
Demos information in the chat now.
These are really large.
My
So
arm,
full.
mate.
So full.
But I just. I don't want to be doing this. What I'm doing is this. I'm not choosing to do this.
He awakes, but he's not quite himself just yet, and he's not really ready to talk about it.
Oh, was he ever?
Pardon?
Was he ever? I mean,
Yeah. He's not ready to mumble about it.
Okay.
His arm, by the way, is now functioning, but it feels tingly and a bit odd. Can use it. He's awake.
Right.
His arm was from the beast of the demon outside, wasn't it? Is that right? Yes.
He just holds on to Jamie Lynn and just
Cuddles
it's
his
his emotional support spear. And he's just like, Jamie, keep me feeling safe. He's just gonna say, baby, baby.
What do you do with Demos being awake?
It's appropriate to catch him up.
He would want to.
What do you think?
Well, he'd be interested to know, but he'd also just be a bit out of it, I think.
So like just the short version.
Summarize in
He
5
would
words.
potentially, if possible, ask Smith Van for some hits. I think he's quite low on hit points.
You are also thirsty, all of you.
Yes.
I'll sort out the water.
Please.
Yeah, good idea to stock up on fill out flask canteens and lakes. I was going to say and the sleeping.
Yeah.
But then we'd be happy to prepare and perhaps Eddie should do some healing stuff.
Okay, great. Just tell me no ones and twos.
Yep, that's fine. May I use meow now?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll use the 3 on here. There it is. 16 hits.
16 hits, so he was on
He was
73, he's now on 89.
89.
Out of.
132.
Oh no, let's keep going.
Who's this for?
This is
Demos.
Demos. Yep. So that's 1. I would go again. Yep, that's a pass.
Yep.
16. Ooh, yay, 22.
89 plus 22 is 111.
And keep going until you're close to.
That's okay.
She's keen too.
Not with me,
Yeah,
sure.
just
Yes.
saying.
Thank you.
Yep, that's a pass.
Yep.
With 10 or 13.
13.
That's pretty
1,
good.
2, 4.
That's 4. That's 40. Yes. So it's a roll. 16. That's
That's everything.
140, yep. He's on 132, is max.
awesome. Cool.
Thank you. He would give her a smile.
She would accept the smile awkwardly.
From a distance.
Can we get a myth that looking at one of the cameras? Can we get a myth that smile?
Oh, I don't know how to. I don't know. Just like.
Nice.
Does he feel better with that? Like, is he feeling a bit of warmth or something? Okay.
Okay.
Demos just is.
Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Hello. If I want to make some water,
Yes.
what does 1 CU mean? Is that like a cubic unit or cup, or it's got a apostrophe?
A cubic foot.
Probably a cubic foot, but I would encourage you
Oh, no, actually, it doesn't.
to
No, I'll look it up on the internet.
read
What is this? No, I don't want to read those.
the books. You mean the rule books of the game we play?
The handy books.
Yes.
What is a CU?
So how much has he got? You said his hand doesn't have. You can use it a bit. Use it to fight with.
You can use it to fight.
He can hold Jamie.
You can hold Jamie.
Cubic unit or cubic feet?
Give it a cubic feet.
What does that mean? So 1 cubic foot equals 7.48 gallons. So what is that in
Pints.
copy gallons?
Yeah, it was how many?
Yeah, but your water bottles are pints.
$60 pints.
Goodness me. Wow.
1 gallon equals 8 pints.
Are you sure it's right?
That's what complexity AI says. So I can, using water law, which I forgot I had, well, never looked at it, I can call condensation, which I condense 1 cubic foot of water from the surrounding air.
It is quite humid here. Yeah.
And duration is P, so what does that
That's
mean?
what we want. That's what exactly.
And it's touch, so am I touching the air, I guess?
Yeah. Nicely.
Nicely touching. And it's a level 1 spell.
Okay. So roll. So tell me what you do.
We put our bottles out.
I'm going to need all water bottles, please, because we're going to get a lot of water. What are we going to do with? Do we have any other big pots or
One spell.
buckets? Pardon?
It's a little one spell.
We probably just do it.
Yeah, but I don't, are we going to flood? Something's going to happen with all this water. Do you know what I mean?
It's a cubic. Foot. It's a
Yeah.
lot, but not ridiculous amount.
60 pints. Think of a pint of beer. 60 of those. Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll be alright.
But where am I
Maybe
going
we
to
put
put the
all
water?
of our stuff up high. We put the water bottles down low. You
And I just
direct
pour
it.
it
I
into
imagine
the-
you can direct it a little bit with your hand or hand, not hands.
and then the excess water. We don't want to slip. We don't want to fall while we're escaping.
Is it up to or is it exactly?
Exactly. Because what's going to happen is we're going to have excess water, and then something's going to come, and we're all going to slip on the water.
We just send it on
That's
the
what's
other.
going to happen.
Send it away.
There's a nice chalice in the middle of the table.
I reckon just go and do it round the further down the hallway. So not all the way to the sword room,
But further down.
but just a little bit.
So can somebody help me move all of the water bottles and the drinking?
Graham's not tempted. He's a little tempted. It's shiny, but he's not.
not at all tempted.
Can we just move it away from our resting room?
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
It might be overkill, but I'm sure if I don't do it, we're all going to slip and die.
There's lots of convenient kitchen islands and these little alcohol.
Up there. Do they have a sink that we could?
No, just a nice slab of rock.
Okay.
You know.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. You'll have to do a few because you'll fill up one water bottle with one. But
No, I'm going to line all up the vessels, and I'm going to call the water.
you're gonna hold the water bottle that big.
Yeah, I've got 60 pints. I can slosh around, right?
It's okay to spill.
I think the idea of the spell is that it goes into a container, and then you fill from there. If you're just
Cool.
making water up here in the air, it's just gonna fall down.
Well, then what we do is we've got a tarp, right, which is waterproof.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. just get a couple of people to hold the tarp.
Okay.
Clean it off.
Grab the blood and the slime and the children of the moss juice of it.
Yeah, we know what moss juice.
And then we just hold two people to hold outside of the tarp, and you just condense the water into that, and then we just
Then we
refill
just just refill.
Okay.
Yeah, three people.
Okay. Cool. Give me a roll, please.
Meow meow.
How long have you had this spell
That's great. Meow meow.
Yeah, yeah.
30.
with who's got a tarp?
I think
Actually, I've got
Nathan
a
does.
tarp.
You've got a tarp.
Tarka will hold some of
Tarpling.
the tarpling. And I guess Mythman also has 2 hands, so 2 hands, 2 hands. And then the one-handed people will be filling the water.
Showing off now. Oh, I've got 2 hands.
Whoa.
Can Demos
We can
help?
even Demos. I mean,
Encourage Demos to help.
Etienne can put his shield turned upside down and catch the off still.
That's. And we've got cooking pots, water skins. We're fine.
Fine.
Maybe you could turn one hand into a bucket.
You need that attachment. Yeah. Or a funnel.
Yeah.
It's a funnel attachment.
Yeah.
So good at a
We
domestic
need to,
setting.
yeah. We need to get like a universal screw on top,
Yes.
and then you can just screw different things to it. We'll invest when we find the
Right.
store.
Alright.
It's gonna become Stevens.
Okay.
Of all the
Okay. Fair to say you now have full water bottles for today and tomorrow.
Awesome.
Lovely.
That was too late. I thought something was going to happen.
We had fun with it. I agree.
And you
So-
cast first level spell.
So, I guess the discussion for the group would be that we are still keen on getting the ethanol items back.
Yes.
Figure this red
Yes.
ought to be somewhere in the temple complex.
Yes.
We feel we've explored downstairs thoroughly,
Yes.
right? That's been doing lots of checking. The 2 players are perhaps we very judiciously do another search upstairs around the specifically looking for a rod in the room upstairs with the statues. Yeah, you could go and do that in a sneaky sneak.
Mhm.
And then there's the 2 doors on the 2 other rooms that we haven't
Yeah.
explored into. Is that agreed?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe a little. I don't know. We should send a little phantasm in first. Take any
Great
blasts.
idea. Great idea.
Mm.
It's sort of, okay, so the first thing is we're really careful about coming out of our. I think we keep the line of demon dust across the portal.
Yeah.
So if
we
we
can
shit
jump back
goes
in.
rubbish, we can jump back
Yeah.
in. Is it inconveniently placed, or we can step over it and climb up? So
You can step over it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so just being aware of that. I think Nathan's sneakiest. She could
Yeah.
exit first, doing heaps of perceptions because it's the time when stuff that's been waiting could be pouncing.
Yeah.
But she's keen to go out quietly and carefully. She will receive all the time. With other people, hopefully, just down the passage to hear if anything goes bad. And
Yeah,
go
the
from-
streams.
Yeah, that's the one. She would want to explore very judiciously all around the outside of the temple, the inside of the temple.
Okay.
Sort of perhaps have a look outside the broken wall, pop to the entrance of the
Yep,
tunnel a
got
bit. Just
Do others come up with her?
not so everyone comes up to the line of the demon dust line.
Yep.
She goes and explores inside the temple first.
Okay.
Yeah. So she works her way out gently. Yeah. When should other people come out of the hole? Once she's
Well, she's
gone,
done a little swoop and then.
once she's gone outside of the magic illusion wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe she ducks back in the zone. And then.
Yep, and then
Yeah.
people come out of it. So once she's stuck her head through the illusion wall and had a quick look around, she will give people a thumbs up. They can come out of the hole then.
One by one.
Just maybe just grey.
Yep.
Not Etienne.
Mm-hmm. No.
Playing Etienne. Sneaky grey. Maybe just one.
Maybe Etienne and could even be Tarko as well. She's quite
Tarko.
quiet.
Yeah, and then she would move further out and check the rest of the temple.
By herself.
Not entirely by herself, no. So she comes out and checks the crystal table room.
Yep.
Gets Grey and Tarquin out. She goes out into the main part of the temple. They can be looking through the illusion wall and move out, so she's not alone in that
Yeah.
room.
Grey will stalk and hide behind her as well.
Okay. Okay. Can I have a stalk roll from her and can I have a perception roll?
Tarkin's also perceptive.
Oh, I'll give it.
Yeah, particularly keen on looking up.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
So stalk roll is master.
No, stalk roll isn't master because you have a sense of how well or how well.
Oh damn!
What's your roll?
That's a 7.
It's not great. Plus
133.
133. So as she comes up, there are bits of the broke. Remember the evil flagstone?
Yes.
Crunches on the foot, and she actually mistimes a piece, and it actually kicks slightly down. It doesn't go bounce, but it does bounce down, and there's definitely some noise. Not a lot, but some.
She'll pause.
Yep. She comes up, and perception roll, please.
This is master.
Last
31.
31. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
And her bonus, please.
86 minus 13. Sorry.
6 minus, yep, thank you, and minus 13. Yep, cool. Okay, she pauses when she made that noise, but she didn't think she heard anything. She comes up into that room with the controls in it.
Yeah.
Doesn't think there's anything around. Doesn't hear anything, doesn't smell anything. She's gone up, she's gone down, she's clear.
Okay. She would cautiously come out of the hole.
Okay, that's it.
Pause.
Yep.
Cautiously go to sort of the far edge of
The tapestry. Yep.
And cautiously put her head through.
Cool. And I'll take that same perception roll. She doesn't see or hear anything. It's actually quite quiet. I don't have the soundtrack running as we play here, but I'll put it on in post-production. But you'll recall the kind of just the sounds of Tarek Nev. Yeah, I'll play it just quickly. I will play it quickly, actually. It does have some of their own, may have some of their own. So this, just a second. I'm not going to play this continually, but just to give you, just to remind you guys in the room, you probably can't even hear that. Just the sound of wind. You occasionally hear that, and just kind of a sound of creepy wind and stuff like that. So what you've been hearing all the way along, occasional clank, but it's comparatively quiet. When you first came into Tarek Nev, you'll recall there were all kinds of unpleasant sounds. There was the sounds of children. There was the sounds of battle. There was sounds of screaming and other stuff. And that definitely happened through other parts of your journey. But actually, the last time that you came here to this temple, it was relatively quiet. It was that noise, so just the general background noise of Tarek Nev. And again, coming out, it is just that noise. None of those other sounds. And you've kind of almost now got a sense of almost some of these other noises, almost as your characters, of course, don't know what a recording is, but almost like a loop. And you've actually picked up over time what you can almost pick what the next sound's going to be because it's happened several times over. Not all the time. Sometimes there are different noises, but often there is the repeating of sounds. You haven't heard those repetitive sounds now for the last day and a half.
Can I check since we got the sword?
No, before that.
Before that, okay.
Before you got the sword.
Yeah.
On your way here, yesterday, on your way here to this temple yesterday, walking with your balloon of Demos, you and I know, and if you go back and have a listen to the recordings, it was saying that it was actually relatively quiet.
Yeah.
So she peers out. She doesn't see or hear anything particularly towards in the temple.
It's time to beckon
Great.
and Tarkin out.
Yep. And the rest of the team follows. And at long fucking last, we can get rid of this map.
Hey!
Yay!
At least for the moment.
No one
Except, I think if we, as we're exploring the two doors, we'd leave Leif down the hole.
Yeah.
So we'll carry them up the stairs. He's unconscious,
We'll
leave
just
him
leave him at the start.
behind the
but-
protection of the demon thing.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be worth Tarquin casting Misfeel Kind? Because caster appears to be of any race he chooses to magical or mental detections. So, he could make himself look like he's an undead demon or
They
something.
feel like an undead demon. That's clever.
That could be quite
Very
good.
cool.
And then they might not think
They
that
might not
he's
detect him,
something that they could eat or kill.
I reckon.
Yeah, I think he might do that.
And I reckon if Gray's going to do a phantasm, that would be an okay time to do it.
Okay.
One extra target.
Yeah.
Okay, so to save a bit on paper,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't print out this particular now well-known
Yes.
temple. So it's up on screen. If you guys want to, what I might do actually is we'll do this.
That's so cool.
It's nice thing, but
Yeah.
it's nice to not be downstairs.
The screen.
It is. So top down. Your characters are up in that. I'll use the mouse. Yeah, this area here. This wall, if you recall, has been absolutely smashed in.
Yeah.
There was a hole that the Ethel came in. Hang on, I'll wait until Gareth is back. But yeah, the hole that the Ethel came in is there. You can see there open doors here and open doors here. You haven't been out these double doors, they're firmly closed. You came in this side, you haven't been around this side of the temple, by the way. Nor have you been in this room or this room. What's your plan? And let's just see what that looks like in a minute. Recording? Oh, yep, that's cool. Gareth, just for your benefit.
Sorry.
That's all right, all good. That wall there is smashed in, you may recall, by something huge and nasty. There was that hole that the Ethel originally came through here. You went into that tower and that tower. Haven't been into that tower or that one. And you haven't been out. There are a set of double doors here. You're assuming go outside because they're barred on this side.
Which was the one that we opened the door and then it shot spikes at demos?
Oh, yeah.
Spiky demon dude. In fact, you can see the dead body of the spiky demon dude is there.
Yes.
He is there, and it came out of that one.
So that we've already been in there?
You have.
Yeah, okay.
So those two, we haven't been in those bottom two, bottom ones.
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
So I reckon as Scribe would do the whole check, from leading the way but not being alone, but stepping on height, just a survey of the whole thing. Also wanted to check the statues, see if there's any more missing, see look at the back statue, see if that's around.
Okay.
So
The back.
it's gone.
We're also
There's no bat statue.
We're also going to do two casts. One was
Oh, you're true, sorry.
Ray was going to cast a phantasm.
Yeah.
And could be out the front. I think he would talk to the group and say that he would cast Leif, so that if anything had been watching them, they'll assume that it's Leif because they would have seen Leif before.
What's that now?
And then Tarquin is going to cast Misfeel Kind so that he appears to be and feels like a demon.
Cool.
So other demons will think.
Right.
Well, we know him as him.
Yes, well, he's going to tell you that it's him, and I think he'll be wearing the clothes that he's currently wearing.
Okay.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Roll those two spells, please. So, could you just read out and steal kind? Well, I know illusions, but
I'll write it down.
Misfeel Kind is caster appears to be of any race he chooses to magical or mental detections.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, and that's like, whoa.
Yep.
That's 49, so he passed.
49. Yep. He's fine.
And then, and what's that?
And, yep. And Gray.
Gray.
Yep.
Well, just, he can't do the hand, but he can talk. 55.
55, that's successful as well. One thing to control the illusion, and you just check that, because I think he...
Oh, yeah, he might not be able to move and do it at the same time.
Well,
You should be able to. 50%. It's concentration, which is 50%. So it'd be
Double check. I think it is, but that means that Grey is walking there half pace.
Okay.
So very slowly.
Which is maybe not a bad thing.
Maybe?
well,
Well, maybe it is.
well,
Yeah. Could he send it out and then make it stand still and then walk?
Basically, if the illusion, if he's doing other things, the illusion doesn't go away, it just stands
Stand
still.
still. Yeah. As long as it can move, it will move however the caster wants, as long as the caster concentrates. When the caster stops concentrating, the image remains but stops moving. The caster may resume concentrating again later and make the image move again, presuming that the duration has not expired. The image can be of any size that would fit in a 10-foot radius.
Yeah, right. So it's exactly as our scribe and rules lawyer said. To concentrate, you need, that's a 50% action.
Yes.
So he is walking half pace, basically, he's creeping along.
Yes.
He's just trying to be quiet anyway.
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
Yeah, and Leif is out the front.
Okay.
Maybe being a little bit more jazzy than he would.
But also very silent.
Okay. He's on crew.
Yes.
So those spells definitely went off. So tell me guys, what you, so you're now all up except for Leif's body, is that right?
I believe. What do we think?
Yeah, I think it's
Even down the whole beyond the demon line.
Okay. And are you able to float? Are you able to float like or not?
We can, but it's probably safer to leave them there behind the protection of the team.
You know, to get him up there, we would have just had people with his arms.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, fine. Okay, so you're upstairs in the temple area. What do you do?
I guess we would, like, with Ethel would probably scope ahead. Ray would
What's
follow.
Tarquin's stalk like?
Tarquin's stalk.
It's not bad.
Plus 64.
There you go.
I reckon moving carefully, Nathaniel and Tarquin go. Yeah?
Cool.
You know, perhaps Nathaniel 10 foot ahead, 20 foot ahead. Wanting to do one loop all the way around.
Okay.
Once we've done that, then pausing as needed, that sort of thing.
For general percepting.
General perceiving, that sort of thing. Getting anything that's going to attack, time to attack, gather the whole party, and then move up, and move down to one of those doors and sort of form up.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. So I'd like 2 stalk rolls, please, and I'd like 2 perception rolls, please. From both those 2 characters.
So 2 each.
A stalk roll each, a perception roll each.
So stalk for the 74.
Plus 1 something.
133.
3. Okay. And for Tarquin?
86 plus
Wow.
63.
Both characters are pretty quiet and pretty stealthy. Stalking is obviously noise, but also keeping concealed and ducking in behind. So yeah, your 2 characters do a route each. One comes down one side, within the side of each other, one comes down the other. You're pretty quiet, do a lap, and let's see if you see anything. This is Mask, we go for Nethel first.
12.
Would be really good. Oh, where's my mask?
What does duration C mean? Concentration. Okay, cool.
Is that on the thing? Is that one of that's on the
That's
so kind?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, sorry, we should check that first. So that's the whole duration of the spell.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as
Yeah.
if he was to hold phantasm the whole time.
Yeah, okay, so
So he can only move at quarter pace because if he's moving and stalking.
yeah, sorry, I just checked that. I might just have to turn that off, I guess.
I reckon.
Yeah, sorry.
Pencil? Alright.
Yeah.
It's a good idea though.
Yeah. We can do it later, maybe.
12 was the roll for Nethel.
Indeed. Yep.
What's your perception?
86.
Okay. Cool. And then for Tarquin, please?
64 plus 93.
Cool. Can you roll again, please?
95.
Okay. And
Ship's mast.
Yeah, it's fine.
Damn it. That could be good.
Plus, what was 105 actually?
Oh, yeah, sorry, it's gone up.
Both of you do your complete laps. You don't see or hear anything. You take your time doing it. You know, you spend what, 10 minutes, 15 perhaps even?
Yep.
Okay. And you both come back. You pass each other. So you do, each does one side and make it work on this. So one of you goes down this side, the other one goes down this side. You meet down here, and you circle back. You've checked and looked around quite thoroughly. Nothing seems particularly different or unusual. You don't spot anything that you've missed that you can think of. You're looking up, you're looking down. You think you've checked out this place pretty thorough, and you've already done this.
Yeah.
I think twice or 3 times before.
So no red rod.
No.
Do we check those 2 rooms though?
No. So you come back and you'd met
Back up top.
Yeah.
top, and everybody comes down to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
which
it
one?
I reckon the one on the right hand side, because we don't want to walk past those open doors.
Okay. So
the
down
big
here.
hole in the wall.
Yeah, we'd open.
So this one.
No, the other one.
The other one? This
We
one
don't want to
here?
walk past that big open bit.
All right. Cool.
Phantasm front.
Yeah, Phantasm's at the front.
Okay.
He's opening the door. Wow, someone can open the door and Phantasm's like,
Oh,
shoot at me!
I think Nathan's typically done door opening things.
Yep.
So she's happy to be the one to open the door and stand behind it.
Yep. Let me just find.
Who's going to be, I think probably Denos will be off to the side ready to stand anything that comes out with Jamie Lynn.
Other people behind.
Okay.
We've all been preparing.
Yep.
Yeah, people out of the doorway.
Yep.
But I would say Etienne, Denos,
Yes.
Nathan will be there with his sword ready.
Yep.
Out of the doorway, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of fan out on the sides.
Yeah.
Kira's taking cover behind a statue so she can
Yeah.
peep out, fire people.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Done.
And can we just also have maybe Tarquin facing outward into the rest of the temple?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just make sure there's nothing going to swoop on any of us to
Yes.
ruin the day.
Okay.
Paranoid much.
Okay. Great. So let's just check for.
It's double doors we need one person's form, or just like as one.
One. Yeah.
Okay. You.
Open out, doors open out.
The doors open out. Yes.
Double leaved.
Doesn't.
If it is, we're just opening one.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. No, it's just one. Yep.
Okay, cool.
So the F1 goes up.
Yeah, we're all moved up.
Yeah. You're in places just straight. Yep. She notices again. Sorry.
Perceiving traps, that sort of thing.
Sure. She notices yet again. She's opened 2 of these doors so far. Yet again, she notices this door has a lock on it. It appears to be the same. She hasn't touched the door yet, but she notices that it has the same lock that the other 2 have.
Cool. Okay. What are normal procedures to perceive? Just like to listen.
Yep.
Do the detect traps.
Yep. You're all right.
And then have a go. Well, I'll try to open the door and then. Okay, yeah. So this is the listening at the door or
Perception. Yep.
perception? 26.
Okay. Can't hear anything inside.
Cool. Detect traps on the lock, please.
Sure.
34.
His skill is.
Detect disarm traps plus 77.
Can't see anything obvious on this lock.
Cool.
Sure. On this door.
Check with everyone.
Yep.
Hold her breath because she's going to touch the door, trying to open it.
So she touches the door.
She does touch the door.
Nice touching.
How does she touch the door?
I suppose, being careful, just use the back of her hand,
Okay.
just to touch the door.
Yep.
Not
Touches
the
it.
handle. Yeah.
It's a door.
That's mean. And then she won't grip, but she will. Is it what sort of a handle? Is it a handle?
Yeah, just a.
Pull down. She doesn't want to grip it. She will push it down, perhaps with her hand.
The handle goes down.
And can she then just sort of hook her hand down behind and pull? Or just not? Cool. Just give it a pause. And then she'll try and pick the lock.
Okay. She has picked this kind of lock before, so you get a bonus. 1 second.
Sorry. Reach for the water. Does anybody want anything?
No.
Do you need anything?
I'm all good, thank you. I'm all good. Okay, you're up, please.
28.
Okay, what's her?
73.
And I think it's, was it so?
Like a real skill,
Plus 20. Difficulty, lighting is not one of the.
Oh, true.
We'll ignore that. Everything else. Has decided to take this type. Yeah, plus the looks quite high.
Nice.
Okay. Puts picks away. Gets a sword and that was what I meant to say before. She might need to go back and do this. She intended to take Leif's target. Because hers was stuck with the magnet.
Sure.
So that was something we discussed with Graham. So she, I don't know quite how she does it, but shield down or something to open to one hand because she's
no, it's target shield small. I'd give it to you. You can kind of almost upside down. A large shield in a way, but a target shield is
sort of. Okay. She'll open the door once everyone's ready, and she's standing behind.
Okay.
We're all ready.
I don't need to roll.
Yeah. Fake Leif has a look through.
Sorry, what does?
Fake Leif.
Fake Leif has a look through.
Fake. Sorry.
What a life.
What a life.
The Phantasm for life. We're calling that actually his name.
True Leif.
R-rated life.
Yeah.
Regarding life.
Or
but
faith.
also related.
Done again.
Yeah. You could be Faith as well for Phantasm Life. There you go. Gotta have faith.
You ready?
Yeah.
The door opens.
Okay.
And
The room appears to be
Go on.
yes.
Okay.
It's always.
Well, Phantasm or Faith is going to go in.
small round room.
Cool.
Identical, almost identical to the ones that you've seen previously.
Can I go in and see if I can just feel it, Rod?
I think
That was wrong. Can I go in?
we're going to small room.
Jesus.
Wow.
Is it a pink rod? Red rod.
Rick,
Sorry.
because
The
we're
energy?
looking for the part, the energy.
Yeah, I
Do
reckon
people
we just
know?
put faith in first.
Faith is going to go in and just walk around.
Okay. Wiggle
Set
and
up
jiggle.
any kind of traps.
Okay. The phantasm of Fake Lake goes in and does a circuit of the smaller. Nothing happens.
Cool. Nathaniel next.
Yeah. Maybe.
Fastest got best DB, or do you want Etienne next, best armored?
Well, it doesn't. Nathaniel has like detect traps as well, right?
True.
Yeah.
Okay, Nathaniel will stand at the door and look at the floor, do detect traps in the room. That's
Right.
all right.
Actually, I'm going to take the roll from last time, sorry. Yeah, but I'm trying to do less rolls.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yep. She looks at the floor, it's flagstone as previously. Ooh. Don't detect anything unusual.
Sure. Nothing in the walls, like no trick walls or anything? Or is that more of a general section?
It's a bit of both. Yeah, doesn't.
So she's gone in.
She hasn't gone in.
Okay, cool. Let's wave, I think, Etienne in.
Yep.
To go be first.
Okay. Clank. Etienne walks into the room.
Yep.
Has a look around, doesn't see anything.
Cool.
Okay.
Does he say or do anything?
I think he would say, There doesn't appear to be anything we're after.
Okay. So Etienne, you say that, and you guys on the outside see Etienne go.
Ah,
And you don't hear anything.
Okay.
okay.
Would they maybe just get out?
You want to try to go out, Etienne?
Oh God, I don't know.
Can he throw something through the door? What has he got he can take off?
Yeah.
A brace? We were doing keep open.
Is there anything else in the room? Like any
There's a small bit of rubble. No, there's a bit of rubble.
Can he throw some rubble? Does it go through? Okay. Can he put like a little toe out or something? I don't know. A sword? A sword?
Sure.
It goes out?
Yep.
What about okay, it's a toe?
Whose toe?
This toe, the littlest toe, the most consequential toe.
Oh.
Yeah. It's okay.
Oh.
Okay, well then, a couple more toes.
Okay. Put those toes up.
Foot.
Foot.
Leg.
Leg.
Bottom torso. Oh, okay, he's out. He wants to go out.
Step over.
Okay, come
See, this is why when it's like you do too much detail and we do all of this is why we do it
This
because
is where the fear comes.
he could have just walked straight through that door and it would have been like, right, well, you've just walked through the shield wall and now your internal organs are blown up and you are dead.
That's what this game does to your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Why would they do that? Torture? Or is it
Oh,
like to
extreme
hide
and
stuff? I don't know. Would it be smart to send someone else back in there that can have good perception because he has terrible perception?
Yeah.
So maybe Tarquin's got great perception.
Can you attune to a room, like if you're touching the floor or touching the walls?
To understand why it's doing what it's
Right.
doing.
Because it's like a living thing, isn't it? Like it's not a living thing, but it's a.
Well, especially if there's room to a spell on it to
Yeah.
stop noise, perhaps you will be able to tune to the spell.
Okay.
But I don't want to do an hour here.
Ah, true story. Okay.
Over to you, though.
No, you're right. I
No.
forgot it's an
I mean,
hour.
it's good great.
Doesn't have to be now.
No,
Try with a negative.
Try with a negative.
But she can hurt herself.
your risk. What's the negative?
10, isn't it?
To attempt to attune at less than an hour is negative 20.
So can I just check? So that would mean she could roll what is a critical fail, which doesn't matter what her bonus is. It's a fail of using the item, right? Yeah. If she rolls above that, she gets negative 20, but adds her bonus, so that would not turn into a fail, like a critical fail, would it?
Correct. So a blunder. Blunder, reading rooms and using items, or whatever the spells, worst case scenario. Whatever spells and abilities in the item or the room paper are activated and directed against you. Any runes on the room paper are gone. You will never be able to use any of the spells or abilities contained in the item.
But the point is, the risk of a critical fail is the same no matter how much. If she spends an hour or not, if she rolls 1 to
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She rolls down again. She could also roll another 95 on top of that. She could roll another 95 on top of that. She could roll another 95 on top of that.
But is that
And then she gets her bonus of 100 on top of that to counter it.
to put it back up? Yeah. So in this case, she only get a bonus of 80 to counter it
Because it's
of
minus
the
20.
Yeah. So that's only if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
If she rolls 6 or above, it's just that she doesn't use 100 to do the attunement. She uses 80.
Yeah.
And and that's not a critical fail. It's simply you don't know what happens. You just don't get to attune.
You have developed absolute failure. You have developed a mental block on this room/item, and you automatically fail on further attempts to use this item. If attempting to read a room or attempting to use an item containing a spell, there is a 50% chance that the spell will be activated.
I think it's okay and okay risk.
Yeah.
If
It's
you're,
not greatly different to as if you
But
went.
if you cock it up, and you cock it up again, despite the fact she's really good, plus 100, you would still end up with a blunder and going off. But that would be
4
unlikely.
p.m. on a Sunday.
That makes me nervous. This is exactly the sort of discussion we had before Mithan tried to pull the ring off the magnetic wall and cocked up badly, and you got negative 25. But your choice.
She's going to go and attune to the room.
Okay. What to do that? What does she do?
She walks into the room,
Okay.
and then she lies on her tummy
Right.
as a starfish,
Yep.
touching as much as the room as possible,
Lovely. Okay.
and trying to just be at one.
With the cat.
No, this cat is outside. Okay, now.
Yeah.
Give me a roll. It's masked.
91.
Masked.
Oh, damn it. That's so good.
Roll again.
Oh.
Now.
Yeah.
67.
What's the skill?
103.
That is interesting.
May I just assume the position before I fit it? Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Some information
I'm
coming in.
waiting for the big.
Some information coming to Leif's chat.
Oh, it worked.
Can I join you?
Potentially.
I'm currently attuned
No,
to
I'll
the
come
room.
put it by the room space.
Currently attuning to the room.
Oh god!
Okay, information with you now in Leif's link chat.
Backfired.
You are dead. The room will eat your face. The floor opens up and chomp. That's not what it is. Have you sent it?
I have sent it.
Is it in the right channel?
It's in Leif's GM channel.
Scroll down.
There.
It is in Leif GM channel.
It's not there.
It's gone through.
Not there. I've got the one from 116 here. Sorry.
Name, it's name. Gone to name channel. So.
No! Baby, no.
Oh.
No, nothing happens as I lie like a starfish.
Oh, okay.
Is that really?
So we don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm happy with that. Another
Were you
arm.
thinking that the floor had opened
Well,
up?
no, no, rebound on you lose your voice or something. We're going to be here again or something.
That was
Can
so-
you general percept while you're in there and see if there's any kind of trick walls or anything?
So, no information, is that right?
Yeah. I'd like to do a general perception, please.
Okay.
To be fair, you only have one arm out because the other arm doesn't work.
Maybe a leg on the other
No, I
side?
can still.
It probably
It's still attached.
Sorry, there was a question from Aiden about perception.
Oh no, just like,
Can I perceive?
yeah.
Sure.
For
A big perceive?
yeah, hidden
Yeah.
walls and hidden traps.
Give me a roll.
Anything I think I'll go in and do a perception too, just to support you.
Okay. Are you going to come in at the same time?
Tarkin would go in actually, he's got a really good perception.
Tarkin could go in.
Tarkin comes in, after you've told him to come in, he's looking for any kind of like false walls,
Okay.
hiding places.
Okay.
Okay. Now.
Yeah.
5.
48.
48. Has bonuses 105. Tarkin, you see Keros lying on the ground next to Star.
Okay, he's gonna say, let's go look in the other room.
Okay, what did I say?
And then
You
but
saw-
before that, he's gonna be like,
Say lots of swear words so that nobody hears. Just get out its feelings. It goes on Tourette's. Yeah.
Kiros, you hear what he's saying. No one else does. You blush, Kiros.
It's a good sulking word for it.
Yeah.
No one can hear what you're saying. So, what do you see, Kiros? You see Tarquin looking at you, looking like you're starfish.
You didn't add my perception in, so anyway, thank
Do you want to do your perception roll?
I just did.
What
5,
was it?
and my bonus is
5.
35.
Understood.
No, you've got 2 rolls to do at the same time.
Just try it.
Have a look around, Kiros. Once you get up being a starfish, you don't see anything.
Okay, I don't think there's anything in here that we can.
We've done it, we're doing that best.
Okay.
Rinse and repeat for the next room
Yeah.
over.
Yes.
So
Same caution, same.
exactly as before,
Yep.
and exactly as before, it looks to be precisely the same type of lock.
Great. Cool.
And you're all right.
So what do we do? A perception outside? Do you want perception outside?
Yep.
Detect traps. Lock pick.
Yep. 3 rolls.
This is the perception outside. Is 11.
Actually, I'm going to take those other rolls. I remember what they are. I've got one. You save some time. You go up, you look at the door. Again, you don't hear or see or smell anything in relation to this room. You test and see. Again, it's locked. It's exactly the same kind of lock. You get a plus 30 on the attempt to open the lock.
Okay. 81.
Oh, nice.
81, it's master course. Because you're fumbling around inside the mechanism, you don't know what you've done. What's his skill, please?
73.
Absolute success. In the future, you may automatically pick or disarm. It takes 1 round this kind of lock or trap.
Oh,
Or any identical lock or trap, plus 10 to any attempt on similar traps in the future.
amazing.
On the
Well
last,
done.
It's amazing.
on the last door.
The last door.
I have to remind Graham that he can unpick those locks instantly.
I wonder if it's worth noting. No?
Yeah, sure.
It is? Okay. In case we come back. Oh, for next time.
Yeah.
Next time we're back in Terra.
Just for a holiday, you know. Memories.
This is some cheeky.
We can do a reunion every year.
Can you take the same precautions? Take the same precautions, open the door.
Touch the door. I know she's touched it already. She's locked.
Faith peeks in.
Yep. It is empty. It appears empty.
Yeah, Tarquin's keen to have a look in and just do
Can
a
we
general
do the thing where, so once Faith's gone in, throw something in?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay. You do that, it lands on the front.
Okay.
He'll go and just quickly general percept.
I'm going to take the previous perception rolls you've checked. You don't see anything. Multiple previous perception rolls. You don't see anything in this room.
We might just have to go.
So, yeah, just.
Either there's something here that's so hard I'm never going to see it, or there's nothing here. So either way, like.
Yeah. Do we want to go and leave through those doors that we never went through? Or do we
Well, let's go around the back. Oh, the back's not open, we'll go around the back of the temple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or we could open it, but I think that would be easier.
Yeah, true.
Only other thing is, I reckon if. Did we check the statue in the middle again in our loop?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Is there anything that looks like a rod?
Yes. Yep. There's a whole circle of them. And in fact, I will read you the description.
These are the
Around this.
yeah.
Standing in the middle of a fortress of vertical iron rods is an agate idol in the shape of a youthful woman with flesh simmering with flame. These rods are high. They would be each one, and you can see them on the map, dotting on the back. They would stand up to, let's see if we can, see, where's my, can you go see my notes?
Yeah, green and red and like
Green. positive and negative.
So you can see all of those there are rods.
Yeah.
Very, very tall.
Do they all look the same?
They all look the same.
Are they the same?
I don't know. They all look the same. They certainly appear the same.
Should we send Faith, Phantasm Laith, up just to have a check, see if the fire goes again, or if
Sure.
yeah, Phantasm Laith goes up to that lady?
There is a gout of flame, and Phantasm Lake is engulfed in the flame.
Okay. Okay, so we're not going to go up there. Should we?
Go around back.
We did check it already. Like we checked all the way. We checked it. We really thoroughly checked that room.
Yeah.
Checked the pillar room when we went back, didn't we? No, we checked.
Yes.
First time around, we checked the pillar room really
Yes.
carefully, didn't we? The only thing was the mace head. Kiros didn't do an attunement on the mace head, right? They had a go.
Do you think that would be something? important?
Downstairs.
But I think we've still got in our possession.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Do you wait now?
What do you think?
What are you thinking that would give us?
Just trying to think. I mean, there's another rod.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it exists. It's
it
just
exists.
where it is.
Shouldn't it be here somewhere?
You would think.
And that was my reason.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
we-
yeah.
I think that we haven't tried from all of the positions.
Do we have the mace head?
Might as well then. Why don't we go down, pack past that thing?
Just go and hang out with Leif.
Hang out with Leif.
Yeah.
Give it a cuddle.
Yeah.
Do you wait now?
Might as well.
Well, no. Why not just do the same one?
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you know, 80 plus 83, so plus
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
If you're all
If
right.
it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But
Meow meow.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
65.
Fine. Okay. What's your skill points?
103.
Okay. You
Interesting.
do get negative 20 because you spend less than an hour doing this. You don't know what it is, if it does anything.
I don't know.
So he's calculating the bonuses and minuses.
Yep.
Ah.
A couple of months. Here are some information into your into life. Give me a second.
Thank you. You die from mace head. So cute. Thank you.
Coming into Life's chat now.
Did you hear that? Almost you should have lain like star just to get you.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Like, not relevant, but cool. So Keras excitedly says, this polished metal ball is actually the head of a fine mace made of silver alloy and enchanted for use against undead creatures when attached to a proper wooden shaft.
Ah,
I thought we missed the S.
I did.
It's aft and actually after.
Half is wood.
Is it?
I've never heard of that.
Me either. I just thought you meant you missed it off because I would laugh. Okay. It may be used as a plus 20 mace.
Nice.
But when used against undead creatures, it is a plus 30 and automatically casts the spell Repel Undead level 6 on with any critical hit.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Far out.
Should we maybe carry that away? Take that.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make users. Oh,
It's basically
what
an
else is an
axe,
equivalent?
isn't it?
Yeah. Mace.
I'm not sure.
The mace is one-handed concussion weapon.
So axe?
No, I'll tell you.
Sorry, missed that. It says unconscious.
Let's look up the word heart.
Neothanol wouldn't be able to just walk up to that fire lady and just be like,
Good going.
hey babe, can you give me a rod? Sort of shoulda. Maybe, because like she's got a good heart.
A haft is the handle of a knife, axe, or spear.
There you go.
Yes.
I think.
Is that like our last ditch?
She was back in that room, and I don't think there's any reaction on it, so she could.
Maybe with a fire shield on, in case.
She aimed at that.
Yeah. Wait, is it worth it or not?
A warhammer, a mace, an ice axe, or a fancy weapon called a bowl.
So none of us.
An ice axe, that's the type of axe.
It is. But a warhammer or a mace are the.
Has anyone got a warhammer?
One-handed concussion.
Sorry, one-handed concussion.
So an axe is one-handed.
Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Short axe, hand axe, tomahawk, hatchet, aegis, or short sword. Considered a short axe.
We just threw it at one of them. Would it do
Yeah,
anything?
it's not on a haft.
It's shot put right to the face.
That's right. What do you do, guys? For the last be wild again.
Yeah,
Do we want to?
Maybe?
just do it.
Maybe we put the fire shield on Neothanol and get her to go talk to her friends
Yeah.
in the House of Fire.
Yeah,
Just because they're friends now.
and also Neothanol can't die.
And she could ask, like, hey, can you just give us the rod so I can get my stuff back? So I can kill that guy with that sword you gave me?
So, is that what you do?
I don't know. What do you think?
I really want to get Neothanol.
We really want to get the other thing back.
Yeah, I think Brandon would be so happy we got them
And also
so
she can't die.
yeah, but she could get really burst. I mean, your fire shield could help, potentially.
Can't you just show us where the rod is?
We won't tell anyone.
Oh.
So we can. What's the time?
Turn the recordings off.
Quick. Cut!
Um,
Oh, is that a glowing rod I see?
my feeling is that actually, I might do a reasoning empathy. I don't know. Maybe a judgment call from the anthem, which she does not, based on her interaction with that voice.
That's true.
What's her call on if that's a situation that voice had the authority they're trying to use to
Yeah.
motivate.
And then we can blame the dice.
Instead of just doing that. Yeah, okay. So using like Neothanol's judgment of if she was to go down and try and negotiate with that voice in the room, does she feel that that's something that would work? That based on the interaction, the vibes she got from the visions and all that whole process that she went through, if she was to go down and say, "Can I please have my stuff back from the magnetic wall?"
Or to this lady in this room, it's the same woman, isn't it? The same fire creature that Faith just got killed by.
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah. Well, maybe try it.
I'm just
See what
tired
you
of the
say.
rod. Like, I've just lost interest in this rod now. Like,
Rodney.
Rodney.
Just think maybe Mathan could try that. She could activate the earbuds so she could speak in
Oh,
the
true. Language.
Oh yeah.
and she could do. Oh.
But do we want to roll to see if Neothanol would even do it?
I'll see if Mathan's judgment of that would be an interaction that would be any truth. Is that right? Yeah, 89. Okay. You're going to use her reasoning stat.
So you decide. If you can't ask the GM roll like this, your decision based on that roll. You decide.
Should we start that again though? But we'll say if it's over the 50, she'll reason yes, and if it's under 50,
Okay,
no.
yeah, that's it. Okay.
Or let's ring
Well, we could actually ring grain, but
No, maybe with.
No,
but, yeah.
Okay.
but over 50, she'll say yes.
Yeah.
She'll do it. It is okay.
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 She's in with the grin. Do you wanna?
Yeah.
Shield, right, shield.
I've lost the plot.
Yep.
Give me a roll, please.
Gonna meow meow her.
So I think whilst Mathan will get coming in to do that, so she's able to divest themselves of metal. Mathan and Neathan would go down
Together.
together.
Oh, we're not
Actually,
going to torture the one upstairs.
No.
Oh, because we don't want to any loud noises to attract people.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, cool. You go and do that.
I'm going to put your shield on. You ready?
Yeah, hang on, just thinking. No, it's not going to. I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to work.
She's not going to do anything.
And don't want to risk having a response being big and loud and attracting the attention to us.
And then going down.
So I think we'll have
Just
that.
going to say goodbye.
Done.
Goodbye stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right, what do you do?
We're going to float,
We have to pick those.
get them up, and then float them.
Can you float?
Yes.
For how long?
10 minutes at a time.
And that's level.
No,
No.
10 minutes total.
Oh, wow.
Okay. It's going to be a long trip.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we've got the power multiplier on grade.
Ah,
First
clever.
spell.
This isn't a spell, it's only 1 point.
Okay. Clever. Okay. Smart. Okay. We'll see if the spell works.
Yeah, so collecting all of our
Yep.
stuff.
Assume you've collected all. Yep.
Oh, sorry.
64.
64. The spell's successful. Lake is now floating.
Yep.
What do? You are in this temple.
Return to his balloon.
So I believe the intention is to try and make our way back to the red gate.
Yes. Do we want to stop off on how long away is that? What kind of distance?
You go anywhere else on here. Or anywhere else.
Oh, we were going to go around the outside, weren't we?
Yeah, and we've got
Did
our
we-
stuff and we've got like.
Well, where else is there to go? We've done a circuit of that room, checked in that room. It is, so we haven't gone in and checked in that room, have we?
In here? Yes, you have. Yep.
We
All
have.
right, yeah, it's got stone benches. Description is.
Okay.
Stone benches line the walls. An open archway leads into the vast main.
We did do a
You check it.
secret
Yeah,
place
you did
search.
check it.
Yeah, okay.
You haven't been outside, but you have checked. You haven't been out. You've been inside that room. Yes.
Yeah. We have not checked. We've checked everywhere else in this temple.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that was the plan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Same. So who was it? Was Tarquin? He's got a higher stalk than.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Tarquin and Neath are going together.
Yes.
Perhaps out through the hole.
Yep. Out here.
And doing and they will be 50 foot, 100 foot low.
Yeah. Maybe. Actually, before we go, should Ray maybe have a little quick chat with Wingy? Flying up ahead to see if there's any kind of scary beasts.
The ash and dust is too hard.
Okay. We should.
Yeah, it's not. If it was in normal conditions, no problem, but not here. You can't see it.
Okay. That's fine. He won't do that. He'll spare us about once.
We didn't have any any quirky perception rolls around any of this other place, did we? You know how the tapestry one, Nathan was like, there's something not right about that. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, cool. Out through the hole, Tarquin and Neath a bit ahead.
Yes, I'll use the rolls that they've done before. Yep.
Cool. Going around the bottom.
Around here?
Yep. To the hugging the wall sort of thing.
Yep.
Do they just want to go just the two of them to go and check that area?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, God, we don't want to split the party.
No, let's not split the
No,
party.
let's split the party.
And then all of you come around the front. Okay, interesting.
Slowly. I hate it when it's interesting.
This is what you see. These are the front doors.
Oh, there's rodents there.
Is that got a rod on it?
Is that a big shiny rod?
Is it a flaming rod?
Fireball thing.
Fire eye?
Oh my gosh, I'm just seeing what those people are.
Yeah.
Lovely.
The sun lights up the dome of the striking building, swooping towers guarded with jutting black spikes, frame a mural of the temple's outer wall. Frescoes depict terrified mortals fleeing. Walls cracked, The temple structure is solid. One section of the gold dome solidified. Huge oaken doors placed northward out, and they're shut and barred inside, which you couldn't open. And that moment,
A rod falls from the sky.
that moment, I'm not going to bring up any map, but at that moment, off in this direction over here, and remember it's been quite quiet, you haven't heard other sounds. You hear the sounds of human voices, shouting, and some lights.
Okay.
That is where we're going to end our session.
One more thing I forgot.
Yeah.
As we're switching up late, switch up dim dust light.
Done. Yeah.
Yes, good catch.
Yes.
Oh, I really want to get the actual thing.
But maybe these people have a rod.
They're not our friends.
Oh, yeah, but we can kill
Oh yeah, we've got a mace ball.
them.
Amazing.
Mace ball.
We just throw one well-timed ice ball into the circle of them.
Yeah, if I can
Come
throw
on.
an ice ball, can't I throw a mace ball?
They're not undead, the mace ball's just for undead.
No, but I'm not, I mean for them specifically. But if I can lob an ice ball, why
I
can't
mean,
I lob a mace ball?
The ice ball's just as
Hey.
Different
effective as
skill,
the
but nice try. And
And
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to
have beer, so we'll do
And we're
it.
still recording.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you enjoy?
Yes.
Yes, it was good.
I'm-
It's terrifying, but good.
Yeah.
I'm so pleased we didn't check those doors first.
Yeah.
So,
I would not have wanted to go in.
no. Let's go to a different temple. Oh,
The one with all the
so
smiling
frustrating.
people.
Poor Neathan's stuff.
I know.
I'm not just give us the rod. Like, just give us
Well, I might come up. Might turn up like. I
the
mean,
rod.
but well, maybe they came in earlier.
Yeah, they ransacked it.
Who knows?
Thanks
I'm just
for
gonna
recording.
kick, I'm gonna kick myself.
I'm just switching off.
Kia ora, my name is Pete, and I'm going to be asking some questions for Leif. First question is, what's the most unique or rare form of magic your character has encountered? So this is part of Leif's background. As a younger man, he came across, I think it was a sort of a traveling magician sort of thing. And this guy was able to do this amazing magic called mana molding magic or wish magic, which is sort of where you learn this one spell, and I suppose depending on the complexity of your ability to cast magic or what whatever the GM decides, but basically you get access to sort of a myriad of other less powerful, like very first level spells, so really weak sort of spells. But just by learning one spell, and you can sort of access sort of several other ones. Leif would expect that if he was to learn it, if he was able to find it and learn this type of magic, he would not have a large selection of spells to choose from. But I imagine that the way the magic does work for really powerful people is they just sort of got a huge selection of spells to choose from. But it's called mana molding or wish magic, and specifically the one that he heard about and he saw this other man doing was Bel Orak the Valiant's ultimate hex of dispersed wonder, which is a bit of a mouthful of a name. But this guy was he's dead at the moment. He was a high elf from the kingdom of Linden. So I suppose this is the guy who created or founded or researched it. He was also a warrior mage, so like Leif. And interestingly, he fought and died in defense of the city of Tarak Nev in the Sea of Cantana. So happens to be where the party is at the moment in the Second War of Scarpa. So we have heard about him in the narrative coming out of the party coming into Tarak Nev. We have heard about this guy as being one of the allies, Bel Orak, a powerful warrior mage. So that's one of Leif's sort of background goals, is to find the book on this spell and learn it, whichever level he can. That's the first question for Leif. The second one is, what's the most intriguing or enigmatic piece of lore your character has uncovered? And this was a bit of a revelation for the whole party, I reckon. When we went to visit Ningwen and she gave us, we didn't actually talk to her, she left us letters and sort of a dossier of information and answered the question about why our party was being visited by sort of wispy white divine things or dark tendrils, and why on the road these angels and demons appeared and killed us, or killed many of us, and other angels and demons appeared and drove those ones off. Like, what was this divine stuff that was happening to us? We just didn't get it. This piece of lore was that it's all relates back to this fellow called M.E.R.P, or as we know him now, M.E.R.P the Defiler, and that he was an extremely powerful Lord of Arcana. He was an archmage, so he had access to huge amounts of power and different, all sort of magic. And that he also was an astrologer, and that so the Lonely Tail, the comet that's in the sky at the moment, it's a very rare comet, has got powers that decrease magic and also sort of, I suppose, would impact on god magic as well and religion in the world. And that he, for whatever reason, that was, he, I think he saw the suffering or the corruption and the sort of evil in the world, or he saw that as being sort of responsible, magic being sort of entwined with that and the religion. So he wanted to get rid of it, and he was going to use the Lonely Tail to do this. And of course, the pantheon of gods didn't want them to lose their power, and so they fought him. So he was so powerful that he could fight gods or semi-demigods or whatever, and angels, and that's what happened. And eventually he was defeated because there were two weapons made for him: Defilers Bane, which is a very long sword, well, the sword that we're looking for, and Bane Tooth, which is in Kiros's possession at the moment. So those two weapons were specifically made to kill this guy, M.E.R.P. He was killed, but can be resurrected through the rite of Aza. But it's because he is so powerful that he threatens the gods, that's why they're interfering in us as a party. Some of them are trying to stop us, the ones who want him to come back and believe in getting rid of gods and magic. They're trying to stop us, and the other side of the gods are trying to support us because they don't want him to come back, because they want to continue. They don't want him to do this thing called the termination, which is stopping all magic. So that was interesting to learn that, because for a while we were like, what? This is big scale stuff, why? And that's the reason. That's a lot of information. I believe I've got some questions to answer from Alex about that.
You do, and thank you. It's always nice to get a refresh of what are we doing? Why are we doing it? So thank you very much for the recap. All right, Leif, some very deep, important questions. What would be Leif's most ideal romantic date setting? Not a date on the calendar. Setting, romantic date.
I guess it would just be a traditional sort of a date. He would just sort of meet whoever it was, her probably. Hopefully having gotten to know them a bit, met normally and have sort of a friendship going already, and then would want to go and have a nice meal somewhere, would want them to, and probably have something to do out, go for a walk or some sort of an activity, but that's sort of outdoors or sort of that's appreciating nature, or sort of a positive, life-affirming sort of some sort of activity, basically. You'd want somehow to, if it was appropriate, if friends could be involved, or he's a very people person. He likes to share his life. So yeah.
So a meal at the tavern.
And
a walk around.
And perhaps go and pick her up at her house or whatever. I don't know, and meet her family or something. Yeah.
Best horse and cart kind of.
Well, he doesn't go in for. No, he doesn't mind that sort of thing. Okay. He's not into material things.
The big gestures.
He's not into big gestures like that. No.
Thank you. Second very important question.
Mm-hmm.
I need to give this lots of thought. What sort of curry would Leif be?
Oh, that's an amazing question. Oh yeah, okay, and it's appropriate because I had one the other day. I think a massaman curry, if that's right. There's a Thai curry, isn't it? Yeah, rather than an Indian one. But because it's got potatoes, chunks of potatoes, and it can be very mild, and it's just quite warm and friendly. That makes sense for curry, but to me, a massaman curry is warm and friendly, and it doesn't have to be too spicy, but it's also sort of comforting, and it's not a challenging curry where you've got to.
Life is not a challenging courier.
Yeah, it's friendly.
Easygoing curry. Everyone likes curry.
Yeah.
Okay. A would you rather question.
Yep.
Would Leif rather live in a world without any human kindness or love, absolutely zero, or live in a world without any autonomy or personal choice?
Oh man, that's so hard. Definitely he would choose to be in a world of no personal choice. Because if you've got people and you can interact kindly with other people and you've got each other, then that would mitigate the suffering of not having any choice in your life, I suppose. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a hard question.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's great.
I thought the curry one was going to be the hardest, to be honest, but well done.
Luckily, I don't know many curries, but that's beautiful. Thank you. And that's the questions for Leif.
I'll start again. I'm still Graham. I'm playing two characters, but of course we start with Etienne. And I've got a couple of questions I'd like to answer about him. The first of which is, what's the most elaborate or detailed magical ritual your character has witnessed? Well, possibly more than witness, take part in, because Etienne has not always been Etienne. When he was born Faisal, he had a very troubled sort of early childhood and late childhood, and was rescued essentially by his mentor and soon to be father, if not biological, Siente Gildaflower. And he spent, after being sort of rescued from poverty and a life of crime, he spent many, many months on the road with Siente, learning all about what it means to be genitrist and what it means to sort of worship Aphrodite. This sort of culminated in a sort of form of rebirth, if you like, where Faisal became Etienne. And this took place in the wilderness, and there was a very involved magical ritual that he took part in, just himself and Siente, where there was a lot of spells and magic cast, a lot of ritual, the culmination of which Etienne drank a specially prepared drink, which was highly narcotic in nature, and was left alone for 2 weeks in the wilderness to fend for himself, deep in worship. It was highly narcotic. His memory of those 2 weeks is pretty snatched. He just remembers multitudes of sunsets and sunrises and wandering around mountain slopes in the heat, plunging into sort of rivers to quench his thirst, but otherwise kind of raving, being visited by what he assumes were visions from Aphrodite, long conversations with adherents of centuries gone by who presumably weren't actually there, but he was somehow talking to them, and then some instruction from the goddess herself while he was in this kind of altered state. And when he emerged 2 weeks later, when Siente returned, he had become Etienne Gildaflower. He was fundamentally changed by the experience and became someone completely new. And Siente was then now his new father and his teacher. So yeah, that was probably the most elaborate in detail because he actually experienced himself. Second question: how does your character feel about the nature of good and evil in the world? They're pretty, from his own perspective, they're quite well defined, in the sense that goodness, he believes, is giving people the liberty and the freedom to be themselves and express themselves and who they are, and to indulge their passions and so forth, and not oppress or forbid others from doing as they want, within sort of the bounds of sort of basic morality from his perspective. However, while evil will be oppression and doing the opposite of that. However, in this sort of current situation that the world finds itself in, there's a sort of blurring because good and evil are, in a sense, parts of certainly if you look at the pantheon of gods, there are sort of gods and goddesses who may be sort of called by some evil, who are allied with those who might be called good, to actually maintain the order in which they find themselves, in the order of the universe. And so there's a strange blurring at the moment, where at the moment those fighting on the side of for the old order may feel they're fighting for good, but they are also allied with those who might potentially be evil in the sense of those who have oppressed people. And so you consider certain religions that forbid people from fully living their lives and give them very kind of austere lives, and those and have sort of practices that encourage people to sort of suppress their basic feelings and emotions and wants. And he's very much against that. So he would call those evil. So he's in a very strange sort of place at the moment. So those are my two questions. And now I believe we're going to go over to Hayden, who's going to ask me questions.
Hello, Etienne.
Hello.
Etienne, famously, you have a very long list of lovers. Do you remember them all? And are there favorites?
Yes. I think he probably does. Yeah, most of them. I mean, maybe in some of the sort of more events that involves a lot of people. He may not remember the names, and then probably in a few cases the faces.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's got quite a good memory. So I mean, he would never, if he saw them again, he'd want to.
And were there favorites?
Yes, there was one moment where he was taken in by royalty, a queen, and spent a very enjoyable long weekend in her palace, indulging her whims. She lived a quite kind of separate, almost quite lonely life, and he was introduced to her and basically was smuggled into her towers, and they spent a very enjoyable few days together, and she was able to be who she wanted to be, and he was able to be where he wanted to be, and so yeah, they had a nice time.
Wonderful. It's lovely. Does Etienne have any other hand replacements aside from his shield? And would he like others? What would they be?
Absolutely. He would like a can opener for
like
one.
Like a Sami Etienne.
Yeah. If they could all kind of come out the sides like that, that'd be brilliant.
What would he choose?
I think the shield is a good one. Right?
It's a great one.
No doubt about that. Maybe some sort of, when you're maybe a flame that could come on like, to light the gas and use that on a fag or something. I think that would be quite useful. Maybe some sort of spray would be quite nice, like anti-undead spray or something. Aerosol kind of. A bit like bear spray, quite a long. Yeah. So I was going to have to get so close. Yeah. But I'm open to offers, honestly.
Okay.
If we could find the Swiss Army prosthetic.
If you can dream
individual, then if we can
Aphrodite can provide.
That'll be excellent.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Nice. Okay. And what is Etienne's dream date?
Dream date.
It can be multiple people.
He'd struggle to isolate one, really. I mean, he's also a person doesn't need to dream because he just acts. You know what I mean? So he hasn't held himself back at any point in his life, or that he remembers. And so he doesn't yearn for any one person. He's not exclusive in that regard anyway. So he wouldn't necessarily single someone out. And he's quite relaxed about it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But he's very much of the moment. So I don't think there is one.
So no beach walks or anything like that. Just whatever.
I mean, if he's on a beach, and he's able to walk, absolutely fine. He'll go with a whim, but he doesn't sit around going, I wish that would happen. He'll just do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. Well done.
Thanks. We're so alike. So then moving on, here endeth the questions for Etienne.
Cool. All right. Hello again. It's a Sunday morning, and I'm going to answer some questions about Grey Roughwind. What now? I say Roughwind. Roughwind. Grey Roughwind. First off, how does Grey feel about success and failure? I think Grey gets kind of weirdly excited about it. He's really into gambling on the side, and I think he doesn't really think about failure as much as he thinks about shiny and the potential of more shiny. So I think he's kind of positive about it. And the second question I'm going to answer for Gray is, how does he feel about dark and forbidden magic? And that's a bit of a interesting one for him, because I think the forbidden kind of excites him a little bit. I think he'd be curious in anything forbidden, but I don't think he'd be interested in anything dark. He's a beastmaster. He grew up in the forest. He likes things that are natural. I think anything that he's come into contact with that's like dead and creepy and has like played with his mind, he's hated. So I think he would be quite happy for that kind of magic to disappear from the world and just stick with the natural stuff. But forbidden magic, maybe that holds a little bit of excitement or interest for him. Yeah. And now I have some questions from Pete.
Cool. So the first one is, how much does Gray concern himself with what others think of him? And if he does, what does he think other members of the party think of him?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I think Gray has been brought up by wolves and by beastmasters. I think pack is very important to him. So I think actually he would kind of care quite a lot about what they think. And he would hope that they see him as an ally and a friend and someone worthy of being in the pack. I think he was very nervous about joining this new pack, and obviously was quite devastated to leave his old pack. But I think he's excited about it, about the potential for love and new friendships. And I think he just hopes that they accept him as much and enjoy him being there and rely on him as much as he relies on them and sees them as great pack members, I think.
Awesome. I think we do.
Good.
Yeah. Nice. Gray has two personal missions of justice from his past. So to find the killer of his parents and to find the killer of his beastmaster mentor. So understandably, this mission we're on now to save the world has sort of taken priority over those. But what are his intentions for the timing, or if indeed continuing those unfinished?
I think he'll always question and always look for answers for that. But I think meeting the team and seeing more of the world, I think he's maybe ready to not forgive and forget, but I think he's ready to maybe try a life where he isn't consumed with vengeance. I think he's seen enough death. But I think, if something came up, if there was a really clear link or lead, I think he would have to follow it. But I don't think he'll be actively hunting for those as much as he might have in the past.
So, sort of that whole idea of both perhaps his parents and his beastmaster mentor would want him to live his own life.
Yeah, I think so.
To get on with his life rather than...
Yeah, I don't think they'd want him to be caught up in anything.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they would.
Who knows? Nice. And the last one is, now this is a bit weird, but and especially is that this, you weren't the one to create Gray as a character, but the image. So that image that we have got of Gray, is that accurate? So I've always wondered what that thing on the ground is. That like a green rotting head in a bag? I don't know what that is, or what your interpretation of that is. And has the tattoos on his face and his arms and his hair and his clothing, is that the way you see him, or would you want to?
I don't know why, but I've always seen Gray as like blue, like kind of like an avatar.
Well, it's because of the tattoo part.
Yeah,
right?
it's because of the tattoo part on his head. But I don't know. I never really thought of him as having that like weird like half face tattoo. I did always think about him having kind of more meaningful tattoos on his body potentially, and definitely that long mane of hair for sure. And I feel like he wouldn't be wearing quite as many clothes as we've got him shown there.
Right. He really is a sort of a bit of a loin.
Definitely the fluffy boots he would keep for sure.
Just a quick, he sees how most other people are dressing. He's fine just with his bare chest and loincloth. That's just who he is, and that's people.
I think Gray would be happy not wearing much of anything. He's a naturalist. He'd like to be in the bush.
That's how he was raised, right?
That's how he was raised.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And any thoughts on that bag? green.
I think that might have just been some loot that he had discovered. I don't know. I think potentially there's a nice gold tooth in there that he'd like to unscrew, but I don't think he really would like to be carrying around a dead head. I think he's got a strong sense of smell. Probably wouldn't be great.
Yeah, it's just always made me wonder.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right. Thank you. The end.
Kia ora, I'm Alex. I play Carol. And today I'm going to answer 2 questions. The first one is, what's the most inspiring or moving speech your character has delivered or heard? So 2 answers to this one. One is always Etienne. Loves listening to Etienne's dulcet tones, big words, very rousing, very emotional. So she really enjoys them. But she'd like to highlight her own rousing speech, and at a very contentious time where the party had to go on a side quest to rescue Dormy the sausage dog, which I know has come up previously and it is a little bit of a sore point. But from memory, not very good at best times. Keros actually talked the party into going off to save Dormy, who was a sausage dog and who was in dire need of our help, and gave quite a rousing, sort of empowered speech about how we're going to digress from saving the world to saving a sausage dog. So for her, that stuck closely in her mind. Next question is, what's the most extraordinary creature your character has seen or interacted with? Obviously, Victory. We have had a myriad of interactions with all sorts of magical, mythical, good, bad, ugly creatures. But obviously, Victory, who you can see on screen there, she's kind, she's thoughtful, she's comforting, she's astute, she's a valued member of the team. We often ask Victory feeling, what she looked like, is her hair up, how is she? She's a really good indicator for vibe in the room. She asks nothing of us. Actually, she was probably a wee little side quest too, to rescue, from the Chicken Man. Yeah, it was the Chicken Man. I wonder if there was a rousing speech there as well. Anyway, so our world has been filled with incredible creatures, most of them not good, but for Keros, absolutely, it's Victory who's the most magical. And I believe Keros has some questions from Graham.
I do have some questions for Keros. Keros is a storm mage, and I guess certainly in our early adventures there was a lot of kind of talk about her sort of cloud used to sort of be around and often be visible, and it would sort of change with her moods. I guess I'm interested to know, what does it really mean to be a storm mage, and what relationship does she actually have with the weather now? And we don't hear so much, we don't see as much of the cloud now. Is that relationship still there? And is she affected by the weather? To what degree can she affect the weather? It's not something we've seen much.
Just writing down those 3 questions so I don't forget.
It's all interconnected.
3 questions in one. Okay. So, yes, when the party first got together and Keros was quite pleasantly naive and young and not overly powerful, she did have her whistling, which was as a result of a tricky time during her time at the magic school in the Cloud Club. And it really was reflective of her mood and would change somewhat as Keros changed. Now, we don't know why. Perhaps it's object permanence with Keros or her owner. Or perhaps it's because she's matured and she's definitely become more herself, that she didn't need that. It was quite an emotional cloud, almost like a blanket, perhaps. And we're not sure why. Either of those could be either object permanence that we have forgotten about the whistling, or we probably, more appropriate is we don't need the whistling anymore. What does it mean to be a storm mage? That was the question too, wasn't it? What is it? And the weather.
How do you affect the weather?
Yeah, so she absolutely can, and she she has a whole list of spells and learnings around how she can manipulate and affect the weather. Hasn't really come into play a lot. She has found she's literally just needs to fire things from her hands. However, the opportunity to change the weather, pull the weather in, have the weather, impact scenarios, perhaps call lightning from the sky, for example, just one example. But she does have a range, and she I guess she would look forward to perhaps exploring them more in a less combative situation. She probably hasn't really had the time.
Could she make it sort of, if we were short of water, could she make it rain? And if we were hungry, could she make it rain locusts or something?
Make us rain food. I don't know if she could do the biblical plagues, but
No.
she can call the rain, precipitation. She obviously can do her ice wall. So she has got a lot of tricks that we haven't explored yet, but it probably, hasn't been the setting. And if she had the time again, maybe she might have studied a few different things. Yeah.
So what spell has she learned that she wants to use but hasn't had a good reason to use yet?
Oh, that's a question about knowing things, isn't it?
It is.
I do think she's very. We've used it once, so it has been used. But the pit is something that she's really keen to sort of get better at and be able to just to do it and know when to do it intuitively rather than have to go, if I do this, and that's I think we used it with the crawling green babies. Just dropping, your foe into the ground, which I think is definitely something she wants to explore more. Look, off the top of her head, she can't remember all of the myriad of lists or spells. That's why she has them written down for reference. But yeah, definitely the pit.
Good. We hear a little bit about the Cloud Club.
Mm-hmm.
Former School of Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Not clear on the association right now.
Mm.
Does she feel she could call on their help? Would she want to? And what assistance could they give?
Yeah, well, she would be in two minds about it. She had a sort of an unceremonious end to her membership, and has along the way of the journey with the party found out some quite disappointing news about someone who betrayed her and was meant to be her friend, and perhaps that might come up a little bit later on. She could call on the majority of former committee members, I'm sure. Would she want to? I don't know, there might be a bit of pride in there or a bit of embarrassment. Not entirely sure. And what could they assist with? Look, probably not where we're at now, perhaps earlier on. It's quite elementary and junior. It is part of a school. And it's certainly, we're not looking at the level of skill that we have in our party. But I mean, if you need, like an expo on how to call rain, or we could maybe like set up some stalls where you could just come along and try like a few spells and have a little practice, a bit like a spell fair. I mean, yeah, happy to look at that. Yeah.
Brilliant. We'll try and fit that in. It's a lack of fates in this adventure, I have to say. Quite right.
Not a lot of time for hobbies.
No.
It's really disappointing.
It's a bit of an oversight, really.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much. That was very interesting.
Thanks so much. And that's it for Keros. Did I answer any of those questions? I don't know if I did. I had to write them down a little bit.
Yeah, no, you did. Right. Yeah. And who do we have left? Someone asking questions for Aidan? Do you have a preference of starting off with Gray or Demos? Demos, there is. Demos is up on screen. Pete is asking you some questions. A mic.
No, there's only so much to teaching you can pay. There's only so much to teach you can pay.
Hello, I'm Aidan, and I'm going to be answering some questions about my characters Demos and Grey, and I'm going to start with Demos. With Demos, not Demos. Sorry, Kiwi accent. First question I'm going to answer for Demos is, what is the most serene or beautiful place he's ever been to? And I would say for Demos, probably the Palace Gardens, where he kind of grew up looking after his princess. I think they were really beautiful and quite elaborate, and I think he also probably felt quite safe there, potentially could slightly let down his guard and maybe actually enjoy his time with the princess rather than just guarding her. So I think he has quite fond memories there and just, a sense of actual peace. And then the next question is, how does Demos feel between duty or freedom? I think it's a tough one because Demos was raised as a soldier. He's been looking after people since he was a child himself. So I don't know how he would feel about freedom. I think there's a part of him that wants freedom. He wants to find his sister and find his own little place where he can be and be safe. But I think even then he would be guarding her. I don't think he would ever really be free of the duty that he feels to others. So I think, he's always going to choose duty over freedom. Not by choice, but just that's who he is now. And I think I have some questions from Pete.
Cool, it's very insightful. Yeah. Thanks, Aidan. First question is, what would Demos say are his strengths and weaknesses?
I think Demos' strengths, definitely, he's a weapons master, so he knows his way around a pointy, stabby thing. And I think his discipline is definitely a strength of his, being a soldier. And his weakness is probably talking,
Right.
emoting, and connecting to that side of dealing with people, I guess. And also, I would say probably a weakness for Demos would be, I don't know if he is quite strategic, I think, but I don't think he's ever been really good at taking charge as much as, and I think he'll take charge in like a dire situation, but he prefers to step back and see what others think first, and I think potentially that could be a bit of a weakness, but also a strength. I don't know.
Good for a soldier, right?
Yeah, good for a soldier.
Yeah. Cool. Second question is, when was the last time that Demos was angry and why?
Ooh, I mean, I think the last time he was angry, I think he was probably angry at himself for what he probably thought was letting his team down when he was in the upside down, and he let his emotions get away with him when he thought he saw a spirit or something of his sister, and he just left the party, which he would never do. A soldier shouldn't leave their post, but he couldn't help himself. He thought that his sister, who's been missing since he was a child, was somewhere, and he had to find her. And then when I think he came to and realized that it wasn't real, I think he really was angry with himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
Divided loyalty.
Poor old Demos.
Priorities. Yeah. And the last one is, can you describe a symbolic visual representation of Demos? So, like a coat of arms, for example. So, what colors and as if he's doing coat of arms. What colors would represent him? What sort of symbols, to do with him emotionally, his history, his background, significant events, but also over the recent adventures. So if you could sort of put together sort of a little bit of an image.
Well, definitely there'd be two spears, and one would be a Britney spear and one would be a Jamie Lynn spear, and they'd be crossing.
Yep.
And then I think there'd be a crown on top for his princess, and then maybe like a rose for his sister on the left, and then maybe like I don't know, a star for him, the three people that are kind of created who he is. And then at the bottom, maybe some handshaking for his team. And then colors, I think, what colors would Demos be? I think there'd be like some random colors in there. I think you'd probably have your very soldierly kind of colors, like maybe a wee khaki and a sandy color, and then maybe a random pink in there for his sister, and the side of himself that he doesn't probably let out. the hope, and then black.
The duty.
The
Yeah.
duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
Hello, and now I'd like to answer some questions about you. And the first question I've chosen is, what's the most extraordinary creature your character has seen or interacted with? Well, when quite early in our tale, she came across, I believe, a drake, which is a very large dragon-like almost creature that is hyper intelligent and absolutely lethal. But she got fairly close to it. She started to sort of track it across some wilderness and actually got quite close to it, and only backed off when she became aware that it was magically sending out some sort of detection. And she felt that she had been noticed, so she rapidly got out of there. But it was a truly majestic beast, not one she would want to meet in combat. She would almost certainly die, but it was actually something she was in awe of, just not only for its physical power, but also its intelligence. Usually larger creatures she's come across are not particularly too intelligent, to say the least, more beast-like, but this was something majestic in both mental and physical terms. How does your character, how does Neathanol feel about the use of dark and forbidden magic? She's quite excited about magic, and she certainly likes, she's quite keen to explore all avenues, really. When she has had the opportunity a couple of times to discover new spells. Firstly, when she was in one of the cities in the Sea of Cantana, she contacted people who were part of her wider secret society of the Hidden Blade, and they were able to pass on some secrets to her that she has learnt, and very recently actually come to terms with the upper part of their spell list, and she kind of she studies with eagerness and much enjoys it. The other time that she went to a library and also found some additional spells in a realm of power, and she's still got some of those to learn, and when she gets the opportunity she'll do that with gusto. In terms of darker magic, she possibly doesn't know really the downside of that, and perhaps she will at some point, but for her it's all valid in terms of what will happen, as long as it doesn't negatively affect her in some way. I guess there have been a few sort of run-ins with things that were less than great. She's lost a couple of lifelines in a sort of being a little over eager to make discoveries. She lost her first lifeline when she was dealing with a strange sort of teleportation devices that magically took you to other places, and she was a little over eager there and ended up being teleported to somewhere she was killed instantly. And then secondly, she got a little bit interested in a clasp that she had detected some sort of magic around that a compatriot from the Twilight Party was wearing, a clasp and a cloak that actually contained a demon of some sort, and in attempting to sort of get to the bottom of that, the demon woke up and killed her instantly. So perhaps she should be a little less curious going forward, but it doesn't seem to have worked. So yes, there's a couple of questions from Neathanol, and I believe we have, it's Aidan. So here he is.
Hello again.
Ask Neathanol a couple of questions.
All right. Will Neathanol ever put down the knives and retire?
No.
No?
No. She's on a mission from God. She'll follow that to the very end. She's not afraid of death. She certainly deals it out. She expects to die at some point. She's died quite a few times before, but no, she's never. I can't see her settling down with a nice cottage with roses and small puppy. Probably not. No, I think she'll just keep going. She feels like she's just fulfilling her duty on this earth to follow a goddess as well, and wherever that takes her.
Fair enough. How does Neathanol unwind after a long day's stabbing?
Well, she prays. You quite often see her with her eyes shut, sort of muttering away in the corner. Obviously sharpening blades for the next one, quite good. just running through her spells. She's just very diligent about that. She's quite excited about her new one that she's been able to put into practice very recently. So yeah, in terms of relaxing, she doesn't really have any hobbies. That's what you mean. I mean, no, just one thing you will see her doing a lot, and this is just a childhood thing. It's sort of muscle memory. She is very good at acrobatics, and probably don't talk about that enough in the game. But actually, the way she moves is quite kind of dramatic. And she often just, even if she's pausing, she will often do stretches and jumps and turns and twists and things. It's just the way she moves. Because ever since she was a small child, she was taught to do tumbles and rolls and all sorts of things. So she will often absently be, she'll suddenly stick one leg up in the air and kind of balance there for a bit or do a little twirl. She doesn't even know she's doing it half the time.
Nice. What kind of music does Neathanel like to listen to, and does she dance?
I mean, she would dance for the same reason. She would happily do some, acrobatics to music. She'd be well into that. I mean, there were some sort of, a family did employ and actually take part in a very sort of basic, more rhythm section, I would say, rather than melody. But there was a lot of drums and bells and crashing of cymbals and things as she sort of did her pull rolls and things like that. I guess that's probably the only music she's had any exposure to. So kind of, a bit like sort of urban music or something, just a lot of rhythm, a lot of smashing things around.
She enjoys it?
She'd enjoy that, definitely. She might be into a bit of techno if we brought her into this sort of something extremely rhythmic, quite harsh.
Yeah.
But no, she lacks the sort of subtlety to appreciate any kind of more nuanced melody or what have you. Yeah.
Right.
Here, Rendeth, the questions for Neathanel.
Kia ora, my name's Pete, and I'll be answering questions about Mithan. So here's the first question is, how does your character feel about the nature of good and evil in the world? Good and evil she feels that good and evil is for thinking beings. So creatures with self-awareness, humans, the higher thinking races. Usually, there might be other dimensions where there are purely evil creatures, maybe. But she feels that in the natural world, sort of good and evil does not apply to animals. It doesn't apply to, they just are what they are, and it's actually humans that turn things into good and evil. So that's sort of aligned with her dislike of humanity, really. She feels that there's purity in nature. And the second question is, how does your character feel about the role of chance in their success or failure? This is really interesting. So she does have, so she see chance as sort of being partly gods and things, as their destiny, all that sort of a thing. She sees chance as absolutely part of her life and understands that, of course, there is chance. She does know that there are gods. She doesn't particularly worship the god that she's aligned with, because she's a channeling user. She does get power from this goddess, but the goddess hasn't done anything to her to prove her worth to Mithan. So she doesn't see any point in worshipping her, so to say. She does worship nature. She does appreciate the natural world, and I hope that in that way that's her worship of this goddess, because it's a sort of natural. That's the huntress goddess. But particularly on this quest, when we have been told by gods, I think several characters have been told by their divinity that they are having difficulty communicating with our party because of probably this interference from the bad side, the divine sides that are trying to stop us. Mithan hasn't seen any difference in her luck at all. So to her, that proves that actually the gods don't interfere in her life and make her more or less lucky. They might for other people, but not for her, because she's no more lucky now than she was when the gods were able to. And I think we've got some questions from Alec.
Yes. 3 very important, deep questions for Mithan.
Yep.
Okay. What is her favourite tree?
Ooh,
Tough.
it is tough. It's going to be a temperate forest tree because that's where she's from in the around in the North Sea where she grew up. I would say big tree. Wellingtonia is the name of it, and it's one of those. It's related to the sequoia, but it's the big ones. They're much thicker and they've got really spongy bark. But it's the ones that you have huge forests of, where they're just sort of the giant forests.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great answer. Number 2. Has anyone in the party proven worthy for Mithan to sacrifice herself for?
No pressure. Of course, all of the party would. In the heat of the moment, yes, all of the party have. So she would take risks, and she would go and try and save that person and pull them out of the fire or whatever, risking her life, absolutely. And that's the sort of madness of our group of our party. I think, but for whatever reason, it's like there's other things influencing our decisions when it comes to our behaviour to do with the party. But in a cold and rational way, if she was given a choice to do that, I think the original party members, she has moved into that. So for Leif and Kiros and Nathaniel, yes, and Victory. But I mean, as I say, in her actions, in the heat of the moment, she would.
Nice one. Right, number 3. It's a would you rather. Yeah. Would Mithan rather live in a world without nature, including critters, the whole system, or she can live in a world where she can only tell the truth, share, and connect with humans?
What do you mean? So that she would have to share and connect with humans?
She can't live isolated.
No, she has to have nature. So she would choose to live in the world with nature, but also having to be making human connections. She started to do that.
Yes.
She would choose to live in the world with nature, where she has to sort of develop human connections. And being honest is never a problem for her.
Well, that is true. That is true.
Telling the truth is not. Yeah, she tells the truth.
Yeah, very good point. Thank you.
Thanks. Good questions. And that's it for Mithan.